Speaking to your warm red lips. Yo, what's good? What's good? I got some funny shit, man. So, I used to work this job, right? And people used to be in certain positions in that job, and they make that shit seem like it's hard as hell. You got to really know what you're doing over here, right? So you wait these years or months or whatever for you to get into that position. And when you get in there, you realize that shit is easy. There ain't nothing special about this shit. You don't need no degree. All you niggas act the same in here as you do out there. So I've never been into politics, but I've been looking at this shit. These motherfuckers be arguing, ready to fight, talking about each other, family and shit. They're politicians. So Kamala got me looking at this shit. Ever since her fucking raggedy ass got beat by Trump. Look at this shit right here. Look at this old man. So this old man decides to go in on this little young chick. And look at what the fuck he says to her.
Do males have an advantage over females biologically in sports?
Again, I'm not a physician and I can't speak to that.
What's your real world experience?
It depends. I mean, there are some people who are...
This fucking lady is gonna bounce around this question all fucking day in here. Never answer a direct fucking question on is there a difference between males and females? I don't understand why they do this shit.
Biologically, do males have an advantage over females biologically in sports?
Again, I'm not a physician and I can't speak to that.
What's your real world experience?
It depends. I mean, there are some people who are born male that I'm faster than if I were to sprint against them, and some that I'm not. Some males that are taller than some women, and some that are shorter.
You don't believe that a biological male has a physical advantage in sports over a biological female?
Not as a definitive statement.
Give me an example. Well, no, I don't think. How many female members of the NBA do you see?
Well, I can say that, there's been this news article about men that think that they could beat Serena Williams in tennis, right? That they think that they could actually score a point on her. And it's just not the case.
So as you notice with her fucking little ass eyeballs, she's comparing one of the most elite, fit, competitive women to ever exist amongst average dude, right?
Hey, she is stronger than that.
What's your experience, Ben? Male, female?
Both Serena and Venus lost to the 203rd ranked male tennis player, which they're phenoms for women.
So they both lost to male tennis players.
My experience, my husband, he swam at University of Kentucky as well. In terms of accolades and in terms of national ranking, I was a much better swimmer than him. He could kick my butt any day of the week without trying.
Okay. Ms. Robinson, I want to follow up.
I gotta ask this fucking dummy this question again.
By trying to understand your answer to one of Senator Cruz's questions, and this is really a question, not a suggestion. Do I understand your position to be that there are two sexes, but there can be more than two genders?
I wouldn't even say two, and we've got Dr. definition of intersex. I think that often in these conversations we're conflating sex and gender, and I do want to affirm here that trans women are women. That is their gender.
Okay.
No, they not. No, the hell they not, man. I don't even know why they think this shit. And this is a woman. I think that's a woman. I don't even fucking know.
But I'm trying to understand. Do you make a distinction between sex and gender?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Explain that. Do you think there are more than two sexes?
I believe that there's a definition for intersex as well that I want to acknowledge. But sex is assigned at birth.
I'm just trying to understand. I'm thoroughly confused. So you're born, I'm talking about biology, male, female, and what else?
I believe that intersex is also acknowledged. But again, I'm not a doctor here. What I can
say, what does
intersex mean? Is that there's a difference between sex and gender. And I think in these conversations, we're conflating the two.
Well, but I want to start with sex.
That's some dumb shit. Yeah. That's some dumb shit. Sex and gender are different, right? Okay, now that's stupid. What is the sex of your baby? Oh, it's a male. What is the gender of your baby? Oh, it's a male. What the fuck is wrong with these people? I don't understand this shit. I'm so glad Trump is fucking back. I wish my fucking Trump hat had arrived so I could be wearing this shit for the stream. This shit is so retarded. I'm so glad he about to put a stop to this shit, man. I can't wait till they kick this shit out of the fucking schools and all of that shit, man. These motherfuckers are all mentally ill, man. This shit is stupid.
Okay, there's male, there's female. When a baby's born, before the baby has had time to even have a sense of self, there's male, female, and intersex. There's a third say?
I believe that is true, but I would defer to Dr. Lopez as I'm not a physician.
Okay.
So why
I love you. I love you.
so why are you saying what you're saying if you can't even fucking explain it? Why are you even saying anything? Oh, I'm not a doctor or this or that. So why the fuck you saying something then? You here in this damn courtroom advocating for this shit that you know nothing about.
And how many genders are there?
I think the gender is expansive and the definitions are always growing. Today I can tell you,
More
I talk
than
to young
five?
people
More
that
than-
talk about non-binary as
More than 5?
I think the gender is not a binary, is what I'm trying
But
to say.
are there more than 5 genders? I'm just trying to understand. Are there more than 5 genders?
Well, I mean, I think that there was a time where women wearing pants didn't
You know, these niggas make an art out of not answering your fucking question. Oh shit. Salute. What up? We got Linda in the spot. Salute the veteran in the spot. My dude, what up, y'all? What's going on, man? This shit crazy, bro. Yo, the shit that goes on in politics with these motherfuckers is hilarious. I got videos of these motherfuckers arguing and saying the wildest shit to each other. But this broad just fucking stupid.
feel like it was appropriate for their gender, and yet I'm wearing pants today. I think that there are ways that we express our
Are there
gender
more
that
than
are
5 genders?
expansive.
Are there more than 5?
I wouldn't subject myself to naming how many genders there are, but what I can say is
there
that
an
gender is a
infinite number?
reflection. Excuse me?
There's an infinite number of genders?
I think depending on your culture, there are a lot of different genders that exist. And I can also say that it's a term that's evolving. If you look at young people today,
Depending on your culture. Yo, man, these people fucking stupid as hell.
they really don't lean into the binary of only woman and man. So I think that it's incumbent upon us not to legislate on this, but create space for them to explore what their identities are, what their
creating
gender
shit.
identities are.
Create space for them. What the fuck are you talking
Let's
about?
get back to athletics. I think I understand what you're saying. There are 3 sexes, male, female, and intersex.
I believe that to be true, but again, I'm not a physician.
And
so
there are an infinite number of genders because gender is a mental state.
Gender is about expression, and I think that there are a variety of ways that you can express your gender.
Okay, so there's infinite number. All right, let's go back to the biology. Male, female, boy, girl. Okay, biologically, do males have an advantage over females biologically in sports?
Again, I'm not a physician, and I can't speak to that.
What's your real world experience?
It depends. I mean, there are some people who are born male that I'm faster than if I were to sprint against them, and some that I'm not. Some males that
So
are
you don't
taller than
believe
some
that-
women,
you
and
don't
some that are
believe
shorter.
that a biological male has a physical advantage in sports over a biological female?
Not as a definitive statement.
Give me an example. Well, no, I don't think. How many females?
Yo, I could not talk to a motherfucker like this, bro. I can't have a conversation in Starbucks with you or no shit like that. You're telling me you can't make a definitive statement if males have a biological advantage over biological females. You can't answer that. It's 100%, right? 51% wins the conversation. Do you think more females have an advantage over males or vice versa? She can't answer that. She just wants to fucking just play this game, bro.
Male members of the NBA do you see?
Well, I can say that, there's been this news article about men that think that they could beat Serena Williams in tennis, right? That they think that they could actually score a point on her. And it's just.
Serena Serena and Venus were both built. Beat, sorry. What up, kid? Both beat by by men, by the way.
It's not the case. She is stronger than
James,
that.
what's your experience been? Male, female?
Both Serena and Venus lost to the 203rd ranked male tennis player, which they're
Both Venus and Serena lost to the 203rd ranking male tennis player. They lost to the 203rd ranking male tennis player. And this silly bitch is over here talking about, oh, you know, they think they got a chance against Venus. Shut up, yo. The fuck is wrong with this girl? This little joint right here kind of fun.
phenoms for women. My experience, my husband, he swam at University of Kentucky as well. In terms of accolades and in terms of national ranking, I was a much better swimmer than him. He could kick my butt any day of the week without trying.
Okay. I just think, Ms. Robinson, I'm trying to understand where you're coming from. I think you lose a lot of credibility
Yeah.
when you don't concede that a biological male has physical advantages over a biological female.
Tell her that shit.
I mean, I just think that's a proven fact, and you really hurt your credibility. I understand you want the world to be a better place. I do too. And
Telling her the motherfucking truth. She's trying to be funny. She think that shit cute.
I don't think people ought to be discriminated against because of an immutable characteristic. I don't. And I think that I think everybody ought to be free to be themselves. And what you do in your bedroom or what I do in my bedroom with a consenting adult is nobody's business. But if what I do in my bedroom with a consenting adult, if I decide I want to tell somebody's child about it,
Yes.
then other people have rights too. And I think
Talk that shit, nigga. Woo. You see, Brad, you know what happened, Brad? You let too many of these bitches get in this office, B. You let too many of these motherfucking hippie zoomies motherfuckers get in this office and they talking that stupid shit. Then you let another one in. Now it's two of them that get to talk stupid shit to each other. Now you got fucking 5, 6 of them in there talking stupid shit, passing laws. Come on, man. Brad's old ass is waking up. This is a Brad. This is an old ass Brad. And by golly, he waking the fuck up and saying, all right, man, that's enough of this dumb shit. You're really making yourself sound stupid saying this. Shout out to motherfucking Brad. Shout out to you, dude.
I think parents have rights. And I think biological females have rights to be able to compete fairly in sport in sports. So I really think you hurt your credibility when you refuse to acknowledge that biological males have an advantage over biological females. It kind of makes me wonder about all your testimony.
Ooh, tell her, man. She ain't smart. Kill it.
Thank you, Mr.
Senator
Chairman.
Kennedy. I'm sorry, go ahead.
What I'm trying to say is that there is not a definitive advantage in all cases. Sir, I don't know if you believe that you could beat Serena Williams in tennis, but I probably think that that's not the case. There are not all cases.
So now here we go with the clown world. Here we go with clown world. This nigga look like he about 80 years old. And she's like, I don't know if you think you could beat Serena Williams, but it can't happen. Listen, man, we know what we're talking about. We know if you take two fucking 17-year-olds, a 17-year-old boy and a 17-year-old girl who both have been wrestling at their school, and you put them together, or a swimmer, the males always have the fucking advantage. Swimmers, their males' lungs are bigger. You know what I'm saying? The limbs are longer. The skin is even thicker. Like, come on, man.
Cases where all men are physically superior to all women. And at the end of the day, in this conversation, we're not talking about that. We're talking about trans women who are, in fact, women, who deserve to play in a gender.
This Wow. You know what? Black women are the most advocates for this shit, man. I don't understand why.
Gender that matches their sports, who deserve all the benefits that Miss Gaines is talking about.
Listen, man, you know what you need? You need a trans league. That's what the fuck you need. That's what you need. You need niggas who turned into broads to play against other niggas who turned into broads. There you go. Yeah.
And as a cisgender Black woman, I can say definitively that my womanhood is not threatened by a transgender person asserting hers as well.
Because you're gay.
Title IX was a landmark civil rights law. It helped create the incredible...
Shout out to Ted Cruz. Shout out to Ted motherfucking Cruz. Yo, Blaster in the fucking house. What up, man? A Suburban Keisha saying this isn't shocking. Yo, man, what the fuck, bro? I don't want to get this shit. Shout out to Ted Cruz, man. This motherfucker, he's a funny dude here.
Incredible breadth of women's sports and girls' sports that we see across the country. I believe in girls' sports. I believe in women's sports. I'm the proud father of 2 daughters who are both athletes. I think participating in competitive sports is a wonderful thing for a young girl. I think it is a wonderful thing for a woman. And I think, unfortunately, today's Democrat Party has decided that women's sports and girls' sports no longer matters, and they're willing to push radical legislation designed to destroy girls' sports and women's sports. Ms. Gaines, I want to thank you for your courage. You are relatively young, but you have demonstrated incredible courage. And because you have dared to speak up...
Liam, what up, bro?
You have been demonized. You have been vilified. I saw when you were...
Just so you guys know, he's talking... There was a chick. Have you ever seen that picture of a real tall white dude who was like dressed like he had on a woman's swimsuit, and it was that 6'2" fucking dude who won, and he went into the locker room to change, and the nigga still got his meat, so he back there with the chicks with his meat out. She's one of the girls that was back there. She won. They even kidnapped this broad, man. They kidnapped this bitch. They held her for ransom. This shit is crazy.
You were attacked by a leftist mob at San Francisco State University for daring to speak up. You had an incredible record as a swimmer at the University of Kentucky. You were a 2-time NCAA All-American. You were a 5-time SEC champion. You're an SEC record holder and a 2-time Olympic trial qualifier. But yet on March 27th, 2022, something changed. What happened on March 17th, 2022?
That's when Thomas and I raced in the 200 freestyle and again resulted in a tie.
And so you tied. What was the consequence of tying?
We went behind the awards podium where typically you're handed your trophy, you're marched out, you're named an All-American. And so we go back there and the official looks at both Thomas and myself and says, "Great job, but you guys tied. And we only have 1 trophy, therefore we're giving this trophy to Leah." And I question this and I say, why? And at first I shortened it in my testimony, but really he stumbled on his words. He didn't know how to answer this. And at first he's, well, we're just doing this in chronological order. To which I further pressed and I said, okay, well, what are you being chronological about? Because we tied. And if we're doing this off alphabetical order, G comes before T. So what are you being chronological about? To which this wasn't a script they had prepared for him. And he actually appreciated his honesty. He did say, we have to give the trophy for Leah because Leah has to have it for pictures. They've made that clear. Leah has to have the trophy for pictures. You can pose with this trophy, but you have to give yours back. You have to go home empty-handed. Leah Thomas takes the trophy home. End of story.
So no matter what, she got to get it because she trans.
Now let me ask you, as someone who's competed at the elite level, in your experience, is there a difference between women and men?
Of course. I think we learned this at a very young age watching even 12 and unders play. Going through puberty causes irreversible advantage that no matter the training, no matter the diet, no matter any alterable change you can make will overcome that male advantage, especially in sports like swimming where lung capacity matters so much. Even something as silly as throat size, men have on average a 40% larger throat, which sounds like it's nothing, but when you're grasping for air, that 40% larger throat makes a huge difference in athletic success, not to mention height. You guys know the differences.
Ms. Robinson, do you agree with Ms. Gaines that there's a difference between women and men?
If the question is about trans women,
I'm just asking, is there a difference between women and men?
Here we go.
what I can say is that the NCAA has rules in place. They've had rules in place for the last decade, and when this competition
Okay, I'm
happened,
going to try again.
the rules were clear.
Do you believe there's a difference between women and men? It's a yes/no question. Do you believe there's a difference?
Oh, I think that we're talking about this case with the NCAA.
No, I'm asking a question. Do you believe
Larger
there's a
throat.
difference between women and men? Most
Say, men got a 40% larger throat. Hey, yo, watch your mouth talking about niggas' throats, girl.
people could answer this very simply. I'm curious. Do you believe there's a difference?
Oh, I think that we're talking about this case with the NCAA.
No, I'm asking a question. Do you believe there's a difference between women and men? Most people could answer this very simply. I'm
Answer the
curious
fucking
if you're
question,
willing
man.
to do so.
Oh, absolutely. I'm just putting it into the context of the
Is that a yes?
conversation that we're having. I think that there are definitions related to sex.
Is
but
that
I
a
also
yes?
think
So I'm
that
trying to.
Oh, this bitch got me mad. Yo, like you can't do nothing about that shit. Like, damn, man, curse this bitch out.
Get a yes or no. I'm not trying to get a speech.
Is
there a difference between women and men?
I think that there are definitions for biological sex.
Okay, so you're
which
not
is
answering
different
that.
than
Let me ask
gender.
you this question then. Why do women's sports exist? If you can't define a difference between women and men, why not abolish women's sports and just tell little girls to swim with little boys and see who wins?
Oh, I'm simply saying that that sex is
My
different
question,
than gender.
why
and I do
do-
believe
why
that
do
women's
women's
sports have a
sports
great
exist?
value. I mean, Senator, I'll tell you right
Ms.
now.
Robinson, please answer the question I'm asking you.
Absolutely.
Why do women's sports exist?
I think that there are so many positive.
This is yo, it's really something in the fucking brain, bro. It's really something in the brain. Like it's like remember CDs when a CD was scratched and that bitch was skipped?
benefits to sports.
But
I mean,
why have a
we've talked
separate
about it here
category for
today.
women? If there's no difference between women and men, why to have women's sports?
I'm saying that there's a difference between sex and gender, and that the NCAA has rules in place, which they have for the last decade.
Mr. Chairman,
which
I would
determine
like
that
to enter into
related
the
to
record an
participation.
article from Duke Law called Comparing Athletic Performances for the Best Elite Women to Boys and Men. And it goes through examining in 2017 the
And there is no difference between sex and gender. You'll have a motherfucker try to tell you that. One of the motherfuckers try to tell you. There's a difference between sex and gender. No, the fuck there's not. What is the sex of the animal? Or I'm sorry. What is the sex of the baby? Oh, it's a male. All right. What is the gender of the baby? It's a male. All right. You can't say, oh, the baby is a fucking the baby's sex is male, but its gender is female. Like they're fucking retarded.
top records for women in the world in various track and field events. So, for example, in the 100-meter, the top record for women in the world was 10.71 seconds. Now, that record for the number one woman in the world in 2017 was, in the year 2017, broken by 124 boys under 18. In that same year, the record for the number one competing woman in the 100-meter dash in the world was broken by a total of 2,474 men. If the radical Democrat agenda to destroy girls' sports and women's sports succeeds, little girls will not have a chance to compete. So I ask unanimous consent that this article be entered into the record.
Without objection, Senator Hawley.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Thanks to the witnesses for being here. Ms. Gaines, I want to start with you. Thank you for your courage in being here today. Thank you for your courage and advocacy for women.
Yeah. This one's good. I'm gonna go to the next one. So, there's a there's a chick, right? And this broad She's a fucking judge, right? She's a judge, and they gave this judge these fucking privileges and all this shit. And this broad, she wants to be promoted. So they're like, all right, well, you know that you fucking suck, right? I swear, watch this shit. Hold on. This shit is hilarious, man. I didn't know there was this much fucking fuckery in this politics.
Largely skating because they allowed the statute of limitations to run. What does that do to compliance in terms of Americans' attitude?
Judge, welcome.
Look,
Thank you.
You are probably the least productive member of your district court. Isn't that right?
yo, how you start off like that? Yo, you're the least productive person in your office, right? Oh shit.
Productive member. You are probably the least productive member of your district court. Isn't that right?
Well, I have not considered myself in those terms, Senator.
Well, let me explain what I mean. You have 125 motions pending that you've declined to decide.
Well,
Let me finish. That's more than any other district judge in the entire Seventh Circuit. In fact, you rank 7th highest nationally, do you not?
Damn, she sucks.
I am not familiar with those statistics, Senator Kennedy.
You haven't looked?
I did look in preparation for this hearing, but I didn't compare myself to others.
That bitch ain't look. You ain't fucking look. She's fucking lying.
You haven't seen that you ranked the 7th, the worst in the country?
You rank the worst. This is a judge. This is a fucking judge. That's why I say you gotta get these motherfuckers out of these positions. They just get them positions just to sit down there and just rock the gown or be a cop just to take the fucking picture in a uniform and all that stupid shit, man. They don't really want to be doing these fucking jobs. They just want the money. They want to go to work and let somebody else do the work. This bitch been a judge and just been sitting on her ass, ain't doing shit. And now she wants to be promoted to a different type of judge. So old boy is here like, yo, what the fuck? Why should we promote you? And you the worst in the fucking league of judges.
In terms of making decisions?
You are the first to tell me this. And I think for me,
Because everybody else is pandering to her ass or scared of her ass. She probably work around a bunch of simp ass motherfuckers. This nigga old. He don't need your pussy. He don't give a fuck. She's a judge. You know, everybody be kissing the judge ass. Oh, that's a judge. This nigga, he don't care. He say, yo, bitch, you suck, man. How you even become a judge? I wonder.
I stress the quality of my decision making. And as I explained, I came on. I was the first district judge to come on during this administration.
Yeah, but so were all the others. I mean, there have been 68.
Yes, don't give her no leeway, man. You can't let her wriggle her little scrawny ass out of that shit.
District judge to come on during this administration.
Yeah, but so were all the others. I mean, there have been 68 district judges confirmed in the 117th Congress. In terms of motions pending for more than 6 months, you rank number 3. You all came on at the same time. You all had the same problems with COVID. You're the 3rd worst.
Damn.
You really think of all the other district judges in the Seventh Circuit, you're the one that ought to be promoted based on this record?
Senator, this is something that I've discussed with my fellow judges. Many of us new judges from.
Not you said you'd never looked at these statistics.
I haven't.
Oh, that boy is sharp. He old, but he's sharp. He on it. He like, nah, bitch, you said you ain't look.
These particular statistics I am not familiar with. But in terms of new judges, both from the current administration and the former administration, we are quite a collegial bunch. And oftentimes talk about the pressures of a new judge and the way reassignments work in our district, which is that you get, for example, 300 cases.
Yes, ma'am, I understand. I'm familiar with
Yeah.
the procedure in federal court. Here's what I'm trying to understand. Why is your record so bad?
Well,
Why is your record so bad, girl? Your shit sucks. Why?
I don't view it that way, Senator. When I
Oh.
look at the quality of my decision making, the feedback that I get from parties,
Well, of course, parties are not going to criticize you. They want you to rule in their favor.
I understand, Senator Kennedy.
I mean, that's just the way it works. Help me understand why you have such an abysmal record in moving cases. I mean, it costs a lot of money to litigate, and people are paying lawyers, and time is money. And of all the district court judges in the Seventh Circuit, you're the worst in terms of moving cases. Why do you think you deserve to be promoted over all of those others?
Because she a woman?
So, Senator, again, I'm not familiar with the statistics, but I stand by my record and that I give parties what they need. I think, I am regularly in my courtroom. I am regularly issuing decisions. I just came on at a very difficult time where there was a backlog in the courts.
So did everybody else. Let me ask you, when you were a partner in your law firm, you volunteered to...
She about to put her foot so far in her mouth right now. It's bad. Watch what this idiot says. She's fucking stupid.
To write a brief on behalf of the Brady Center. You wrote the brief, and this is what you said. You volunteered for this. You weren't being paid. Is that right?
This was a pro bono case that one of my partners brought in, yes.
Now, she admitted that she wrote it. She admitted that she volunteered to write this shit. And it was a pro bono case. Right? She wasn't get paid. She volunteered for that shit. And she wrote it. Watch what she says.
You said, quote, assault weapons may be banned because they're extraordinarily dangerous and are not appropriate for legitimate self-defense purposes, close quote. Tell me what you meant by assault weapons.
Thank you, Senator Kennedy. Just to clarify there, I was local counsel. Our Supreme...
Yeah, but you wrote the brief. Tell me what you meant by assault weapons.
Senator Kennedy, actually, I did not write the brief.
You just told the senator that you did not write some shit that you said you write and volunteered to write. It signed your name on it. You just told this man that you really didn't write it. I would rather look bad than look like a fucking liar as a judge.
The brief was written by...
You signed the brief, though, didn't you?
Correct. I signed
And she about to drop dime on the other nigga, right? Snitch.
the
When you
brief.
sign a brief, you're testifying to the court that everything in it is true, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And
Yo, you testified to the court that everything is true. You fucking perjury, bitch. You lied.
So they're your words in terms of the court, right?
Well, you're correct, Senator Kennedy. I would never
So tell me
sign.
what you meant by assault weapons.
So I am not a gun expert, and at the time, that brief I think was about
But
10
you
years.
were giving the court advice about, say, ban assault weapons. What is? You told the court you were an expert. Just tell me what you wanted to ban.
What?
Senator, sitting here today, as I said, I did not write that brief. I was local counsel.
Sign the brief.
I understand. At
This why you don't keep these motherfuckers in this shit.
the time
Tell
that
me what you wanted to ban. That's all I want to know, Judge.
I don't remember the exact definition of assault weapons in the ordinance that was at issue.
So you submitted a brief to an appellate brief. You signed it, and you don't know what. And you said abolish assault weapons, and you don't know what you wanted them to abolish?
Senator, at the time that I signed the brief, I read the brief because our Supreme Court required an Illinois bar member to sign the brief. I was not responsible for researching the content.
You were responsible for the brief. You signed it.
Absolutely, absolutely. And sitting here today, I do not remember the characteristics of that were cited in the ordinance for the assault weapons ban. It's not an area of practice that I have specialized in. I'm sure 10 years ago I could have answered your question.
And
but
Judge,
sitting here today,
you think you deserve to be promoted?
Yo, you think you deserve to be promoted? She don't deserve to be promoted, doggy. Nah, she don't. She don't deserve it. Nah, this one here, this is a good one. This is a motherfucking good one right here. So, you know that they got a new czar. You know that they got a new czar for the border, right? Because Kamala fucked it up. Kamala fucked up the border, right? People were like, "Oh, nah, she wasn't in charge of the border." Yes, the fuck she was. She was in charge of the border, right?
It is also true in cases.
Those men had been properly vetted, Laken Riley probably would not have been killed. So if it wouldn't have happened, this is well before any negotiation. This is well before Donald Trump got involved in the politics. The administration has released into the country over the last 3.5 years.
Well, I'm glad you raised the issue of immigration because I agree with you. It is a topic of discussion that people want to rightly have. And you know what I'm going to talk about.
Yeah, but
right
do you,
now,
just a
which
number,
is,
do you think it's 1 million, 3 million?
Brett, let's just get to the point, okay? The point is that we have a broken immigration system that needs to be repaired.
So your Homeland Security Secretary said that 85% of apprehensions.
I'm not finished. We have an
It's a rough estimate of 6 million people have been released into the country. And let me just finish, I'll get you the
God damn, bitch. You let 6 million of these motherfuckers here? God damn.
question, I promise you.
I was beginning to answer.
And when you came into office, your administration immediately reversed a number of Trump border policies.
Mhm.
So
that is very important to remember. She immediately reversed my nigga big motherfucking Q. They worse, yeah, man. They worse than the kids. You know what I'm saying? At least you can make an excuse for the fucking kids. They kids. They ain't learned shit yet. They, they playing kick. These are grown ass fucking people just playing stupid games, man. And it gets annoying. It's annoying because we let them get away with this shit. And I've been places. I've seen chicks. I've seen how dudes act around chicks, man. The broad come around. This nigga start acting funny, and everything this bitch say, he jumps on the fucking bandwagon. Like, man, like, that shit don't even make no sense to what she's saying. You just siding with her because you trying to fuck, nigga. You know what I mean? But yeah, so when she came in, she reversed Trump's border policies. So why? Why did you reverse his border policies?
Because your administration immediately reversed a number of Trump border policies. So, looking back, do you regret the decision to terminate Remain in Mexico at the beginning of your administration?
The first.
They were supposed to remain in Mexico. They were supposed to remain in Mexico, and she wrote some shit where they didn't have to remain in Mexico. Right? And she let 6 million of those motherfuckers over here. She did it. Don't let nobody tell you, oh, nah, she wasn't in charge of the border. Yes, the fuck she was. Look at her stupid ass face.
Bill, practically within hours of taking the oath, was a bill to fix our immigration system.
Yes, ma'am. It was called the U.S. Citizenship Act of 2021.
Exactly.
It was essentially a pathway to citizenship for the. Yes, ma'am.
May I finish responding, please?
But
you have to let me finish.
You
please.
had the White House and the House and the Senate,
I'm
and they
in the
didn't bring
middle
up
of
that bill.
responding to the point you're raising,
Okay.
and I'd like to finish.
Yes, ma'am.
So this looks like the mother of all rallies. Many stock markets, US, China, even Singapore are.
We recognized from day one that, to the point of this being your first question, it is a priority for us as a nation and for the American people. And our focus has been on fixing a problem.
This was the first time the vice president and the Democrat nominee had ever had to answer for herself. She spent more time defending herself with Brett than she has defending the actual border. Then it got personal.
Former President Clinton actually referred to Laken Riley Sunday campaigning for you in Georgia, saying if those men had been properly vetted, Laken Riley probably would not have been killed. So if it wouldn't have happened, this is well before any negotiation. This is well before Donald Trump got involved in the politics. This is a specific policy decision by your administration to release these men into the country. So what I'm saying to you, do you owe
Brett,
those families an apology?
Let me just say, first of all, those are tragic cases. There's no question about that. There's no question about that. And I can't imagine the pain that the families of those victims have experienced.
All right. Now you see that bullshit, right? We're about to bring it to right here. So she fucked that up, right? But now you got another little one of these young thotties in spaces they ain't supposed to be in. And she's talking to the news czar.
It was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their.
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in the car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Holman,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way.
Do it the motherfucking Bumba-Clyde, Ross-Clyde legal way. You see what's going on? They're not holding their tongues to these motherfucking bars no more. Trump brought this motherfucker back. He been doing this shit for like 34 years. He been doing, yeah. Damn the real productions. This nigga, they got the big boys, they got the big dogs back on the fucking block. And what this dude says, Trump did the right thing bringing this motherfucker back.
The Attorney General of the United States.
Look at her. Yeah. Look at her face. Look at your face, bitch. Uh-huh. See, they want to lead a country with all of this fucking kumbaya shit. Listen, bitch, that's not how you lead a country, man. That's not how you do it. Cotton gloves and all that shit.
Seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Mr. Chair, earlier my colleague from Maryland, Mr. Raskin, asked the panel how many people here believe that child separation is an effective policy in deterrence. And no one on the panel raised their hand. I just wanted to note that for the record, Mr. Chair. I wanted to ask a question from Professor Mukherjee. Is the United States violating or violated human rights agreements set by the United Nations in a family separation policy?
Yes. International law is clear that family unity should be prioritized.
So
these women think family unity should be prioritized over protecting the borders from people coming in illegally. You can come, motherfucker, but you gotta go through that door. You gotta go through the front door. You can't go through the back door. But they're like, oh, they got babies, let them in. So you've been letting them in. Now you're letting in the fucking military-aged men. What do they don't got no fucking babies. Them niggas came over here with book bags and fucking Yankee hats. That's what them niggas came over here with.
we, as members of the United Nations, signed on into an international human rights agreement saying very clearly that family separation is a violation of international human rights, and then we pursued a policy that violates human rights. Mr. Chair, I was looking.
Here we go. Here we go with her bullshit. Yeah, exactly. They care so much about family, right? But they'll fucking divorce the fucking husband, kick him out of the fucking house. You know what I'm saying? Now this nigga is effectively homeless. The kids can't. So all that, man, they full of shit, man.
How did we get to this point? How did we get to this point where we take children out of mothers' and fathers' arms? And, it dated back, family separation in the way that we have seen it, where we take children away from their parents without due process, began last year under Secretary Kirstjen Nielsen. But I had.
This is why you can't have a woman in the White House. She got to be a cold-blooded bitch. The only if it would have been Hillary's a cold-blooded bitch. Hillary's a gangster. Everybody that was going to testify against her ass with them emails and all that shit, them niggas died. All of them. Yeah, you could put her in the motherfucking White House. That bitch is cutthroat. But the majority of them, the babies, bitch. If it's wartime, babies die. Grandmothers die. Mothers die. And she's the politician that's in charge of my borough. Oh, my God, bro. Yo, they need to kick all of them out. They need to kick all of them out, man. They fucking everything up, bro.
Had to dig further, and our staff dug further. But where did this start within the administration? She implemented it, and we found a memo.
Oh, she thinks she hot shit. She about to get shut down.
Dates back to April 23rd of 2018, where there was an official recommendation
She thinks she hot shit.
quote, pursue prosecution of all amenable adults who cross our border, quote, illegally, even though this applied to legal asylum seekers in practice, including those presenting with a family unit between ports of entry in coordination with DOJ. Here is the memo that I would like to submit to the congressional record.
What is the name of that?
It is the memorandum for the Secretary from Homeland Security.
Date.
April 23rd, 2018, subject increasing prosecutions of immigration violations.
Without objection.
And so I looked at this memo, and it seems like this is the source of it. And it seems as though, Mr. Homan, that you are the author. It says here from yourself, Kevin Michalinen, and Francis Cisna. Is this correct? Did you sign the memo?
Damn right I signed that shit, bitch. You damn right he signed. This big nuts talking right here, man. Yeah, I signed that shit. Fuck them kids.
I'd have to see what you...
Give her an
I'd be happy to provide it. And we'll provide it over, but I would like to note that here it says the official recommendation. There were 3 different options presented. The third included the option for family separation. This initiative would pursue prosecution of all amenable adults, including those presenting with a family unit. Mr. Holman, your name is on this. Is this correct?
Yes, I signed that memo.
So you are the author of the family separation policy.
I am not the author of this memo.
You're not the author, but you signed the memo.
Yes, a zero tolerance memo.
So you provided the official recommendation to Secretary Nielsen on for the United States to pursue family separation.
I gave Secretary Nielsen numerous recommendations on how to secure the border and save lives.
But it says here that you gave her numerous options, but the recommendation was option 3, family separation.
What I'm saying, this is not the only paper where we've given the Secretary numerous options to secure the border and save lives.
And so the recommendation, of the many that you recommended family separation.
I recommended zero tolerance.
Which includes family separation.
The same as is with every U.S. citizen parent gets arrested when they're with a child.
Zero tolerance was interpreted as the policy that separated children from their
If I get arrested for DUI and I have a young child in a car, I'm going to be separated. When I was a police officer in New York and I arrested a father for domestic violence, I separated that father
Mr.
from his
Holman,
family.
with all due respect, legal asylees are not charged with any crime.
When you're into the country illegally, it's violation 8 United States Code 1325.
Seeking asylum is legal.
If you want to seek asylum and go through the port of entry, do it the legal way. Oh! The Attorney General of the United States has made that clear.
Okay. Mr. Chair, the memo is submitted to the record for review. Inspector General Costello, one last thing. Is there a record, based on reports throughout the year and in our hearing earlier this year, we spoke with Ms. Juarez, a mother who lost her child due to inhumane conditions in the facilities. We learned that there is no accurate record and no policy being held of people who are pregnant and people who endure miscarriages.
Because they're not supposed to be there.
Is there a record of who enters and leaves these facilities?
I'm not familiar with the instance you're talking about, but I do.
Yo, what the fuck is that? Is she human? What the fuck is that?
Believe the facilities keep custody logs and logs, but I'm not familiar with the incident you're talking about.
And where would we find those records?
I believe all the facilities keep them on site, CBP and ICE facilities.
And if you believe that the records are not accessible, or if we find that the records are not accessible, do you believe the committee should seek to request records from DHS on the location of children and those that are detained?
Well, we would never opine about what the committee would request and not request, so.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Mr. Jordan.
Mr. Holman, the action.
Now, I don't know if y'all know Mr. Jordan. I don't know if y'all know Mr. Jordan. That's a badass white boy kid. Mr. Jordan was the one going back and forth with Fauci. Yeah, he called Fauci out a long time ago on his bullshit. Check him out.
You took when you were director of ICE were entirely consistent with the law of the land, weren't they?
Yes, when someone's prosecuted for a crime, the child can't go to jail with the parent.
Yep.
That happens to American families every day.
Yeah, and if we, as you said, I think earlier, if we don't like the law, last time I checked, it's the folks sitting up here got to change it.
Yeah.
And you've offered, I think, no more than 4 times, 3 changes to the law that would help the situation. Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Maybe make it a 5th time. Can you say it a 5th time for this group? Just, because, again, we're the ones that have to change the law. So give us that recommendation a 5th time, the 3 things that we got to do.
If we would close the loopholes in the TVPRA, where children in Central America are treated the same as children in Mexico.
All right. They want the children treated the same as the children are treated in Mexico. They want them treated the same. They come over here, the migrants that come over here, their kids, they get the fucking instant Medicaid and all that shit, bro. Instantaneously. Money, everything. Them kids in Mexico, they don't do that. The way Trump had it before, You stay over there in Mexico, or you stay over there wherever else until you cleared. Then you can come over. But they took that shit out. So these are his three recommendations.
If we would change the Flores settlement agreement so we can actually detain families in family setting long enough to see a judge and plead their case.
See?
If we can change the rules of asylum so it makes more sense so 90% of the people don't pass the first interview and a lot fewer pass in front of a judge. Those three things would make a big difference on the border and decrease the illegal entry.
Because those three things go to the heart of the matter. They go to the incentive. Is that right?
They go to incentive along with the other things, such as talking about abolishing ICE, having no detention, free education.
Abolishing ICE, no detention, and free education? You don't give niggas here free education. My man, Terminator motherfucking T in the building. So this is what you want to do for the illegal immigrants?
Yeah.
Free medical care, citizenship for those who are here illegally. When you keep offering incentives for people to come, sanctuary cities, come to this country, you'll be protected from ICE. As long as you keep having this language, more people who are vulnerable people are going to keep trying to come.
Those kind of statements made by Democrats in the United States Congress or in positions of influence in this country, they have an impact, don't they?
They have a significant impact.
When a member of Congress says abolish ICE, when another member of Congress says abolish DHS, when the Speaker of the House says walls are immoral, when the person who gave the State of the Union response to the President's State of the Union says she's okay with non-citizens voting, that all has an impact, doesn't it? Just like the law.
They talking shit. Brad is back. Yeah.
Laws that you're sworn to uphold and impact and do when you're the director of ICE.
It has a significant impact, and if this would have been fixed years ago, we probably wouldn't have seen zero tolerance. We wouldn't see the conditions on the border
But
today.
because the laws haven't been changed, because of the statements that have been made, there was a crisis. There is a crisis on the border. And that just didn't happen yesterday. Right? You think about this. There was a crisis. The administration asks for help. Democrats say it's contrived, it's manufactured, it's fake, it's not real. Then when the crisis, the real crisis, gets actually worse, the Democrats blame the administration for the very crisis they helped create by the things they said and the fact it won't change the law. But somehow it's your problem. Somehow it's the president's problem. And we have Ms. Costello, who went down there, her team went down there and looked this all over as the inspector general. Said there's some concerns that she has, and the cause of the concerns they're trying to ascertain. Now, she also said agents are doing, I think your statement was, agents are doing their level best. Is that right, Ms. Costello?
That's the experience of our inspectors.
So the
visits.
inspector general goes down there with your team, and you conclude the agents, the people that Mr. Holman used to represent, are doing their darn best they can do, but they're overwhelmed. And then you also said in your statement, in your answers a few minutes ago, you're trying to ascertain the cause. Well, that's pretty simple to figure out the cause. It's the numbers.
They want to come here. That's the
In October, 60,000 apprehensions and inadmissibles on the border. October of last year. You know what it was in May of this year? 144,000. We know the cause. They're all coming. And they're coming because things the other side's saying, and the fact we won't change three fundamental things in the law. And it also might help, Mr. Holman, it also might help, because these are the ones that, these are apprehensions, these people presenting themselves at ports of entry. It also might help if we build a border security wall, right? Instead of having the Speaker of the House say they're immoral, even though there's one in her state, it might actually help if we built the border security wall that the American people voted this president in office to do. It might actually help if we did that. Would you agree, Mr. Holman?
Absolutely. Every place.
Yes.
Place they built a border barrier, every single place they built a border barrier, illegal immigration decreased.
Yeah, it would help with some of the tragic things that we have heard about, tragic situations that we've heard about the last couple of days, this entire week in this committee, that no one wants to see happen. The young mother who lost her daughter, it's tragic. No one wants those, but if we did the things you're talking about, we could help avoid some of those kind of incidents from happening in the future. Is that right, Mr. Holman?
Yeah, if I can respond
And
to
you're
that.
you're the guy who has lived it, breathed it, felt it, managed it. You know more than, you have more expertise in this area than anyone in this room. Is that right?
I believe so, but let me
I know
respond.
so.
Let me respond to the one child that died. Is tragic.
Sure is.
But you know, as long as we're showing a lot of pictures, if I can have just 30 seconds. Here's a picture. Her name is Serenity. She was 9 months old, 9 months, raped and murdered by an illegal alien because of open borders policy. Here's Iran.
Somebody raped a 9-month-old baby, dog.
She was 5 years old, raped repeatedly and murdered by an illegal alien. Here's Louise Solowin. She was 93, multiple rapes and murdered by an illegal alien. Here's a 16-year-old. Here's a law enforcement officer. I got hundreds of these in my desk drawer. So I've seen tears for people today, and I understand that. It's tragic when anybody dies. But let's not forget the angel moms and dads who I've all met and got to know. Their children died, and they're separated forever. It's not a matter of location. They're dead. And a secure border would help prevent some of this. Sanctuary cities does not help this. Sanctuary cities this will increase because of the push of sanctuary cities. Come to our country, we'll protect you. You can even commit a crime, be in our county jail. We're not going to ice into the jail. So he'll go out. Recidivism rates, anybody can look them up. 50% reoffend the first year, up to 75 recidivate within 5 years. They're in the country illegally in violation of federal law. They're locked up in a county jail. Let us have access to them and do our job.
This what they've been keeping from us for the last 4 fucking years, man. This is what they've been keeping from us the last 4 years. So when we see this little funky ass ragamuffin up here talking about, we did this and did that, you didn't do shit. You didn't do shit.
For a loss that should not have occurred. So that is true. It is also true that if a border security had actually been passed 9 months ago, it would be 9 months that we would have had more border agents at the border, more support for the folks who are working around the clock.
You wouldn't have even needed that shit if you wouldn't have changed nothing. Why you come in changing shit? Why you even touch that? You didn't have to put your motherfucking hands in that shit.
Trying to hold it all together.
Brett Baer is giving Kamala an opportunity to say if she were president, Laken Riley would have been alive. Kamala should have said that's something I would have done differently than Biden. I would have secured the border much earlier, but I was just the VP serving at the pleasure of the president. And if you vote for me, I promise I'll protect women like Laken Riley. At this stage of the campaign, saying, I'm sorry about the dead woman on my watch, it's all Trump's fault. It's not going to fly. Harris has never been pressed this hard on her border policies. And it continued.
Madam Vice President, it was a policy decision in the early part of your administration. I will let one of the mothers talk about it. Take a listen.
Because of the Biden-Harris administration open border policies catch and release, they were enrolled in the Alternatives to Detention program. This meant that they were released into the United States. It was not even a full 3 weeks later that they would take my daughter, Jocelyn Nungare's life. I believe the Biden-Harris administration open border policies are responsible for the death of my daughter.
That's the early days. So do you owe them an apology is what I'm saying.
I will tell you that I am so sorry for her loss. I am so sorry for her loss. Sincerely. But let's talk about what is happening right now with an individual who does not want to participate in solutions. Let's talk about that as well.
But do you want to answer
in
her?
all fairness,
What?
I told you, I feel awful for what she and her family have experienced.
Wait,
Now with an individual who does not want to participate in solutions.
Who's she pointing the finger at?
Let's talk about that as well.
But do you want to answer
in all
her?
fairness, I told you, I feel awful for what she and her family have experienced.
During that time, you said repeatedly that the border was secure. When in your mind did it start becoming a crisis?
I think we've had a broken immigration system transcending, by the way, Donald Trump's administration even before. Let's all be honest about that. I have no pride in saying that this is a perfect immigration system. I've been clear, I think we all are, that it needs to be fixed.
Kamala just said the border has always been broken, but it was secure for 3 years when Laken Riley was murdered. That doesn't make any sense. How did Trump break the border that you said was secure? You can't follow Kamala's logic because there is none. She doesn't know anything about the border. She doesn't care about the border. She just doesn't want anyone talking about it. Her whole interview was a continuation of a cover-up. Watch.
Madam Vice President, you call Donald Trump. You call Donald Trump. He's misguided. You say now
He's
he
unstable.
is unstable.
He is unstable, Brett.
He's not well. You say he's mentally not stable.
He's not stable.
Let me ask you this. You
and
told
we
many
should all be
interviewers
concerned.
that Joe Biden was on his game, that ran around circles on his staff. When did you first notice that President Biden's mental faculties appeared diminished?
Thanks to Volt Marketing, my small plumbing business skyrocketed with a flood of new leads in my local area. Brian Mitchell.
Joe Biden, I have watched from the Oval Office to the Situation Room, and he has the judgment and the experience to do exactly what he has done in making very important decisions on behalf of the American people.
There were no concerns raised?
Brett, Joe Biden is not on the ballot.
I understand.
And
but,
Donald Trump
but
is.
you talked about it.
And Donald Trump
After George Clooney said within a few minutes of talking to President Biden at a fundraiser that he thought this was not the same Joe Biden that we saw on the debate stage.
Donald Trump is on the ballot.
I understand. You met with him at least once a week for 3.5 years. You didn't have any concerns?
I think the American people have a concern about Donald Trump.
So Kamala Harris didn't want to talk about Kamala Harris, and she definitely didn't want to talk about Joe Biden. She never.
So, old boy Holman, the new czar, the new czar, the big dog back on the block, and this is him. And I don't want to seem I don't like, I'm not biased. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? I don't want to seem biased. I'm not racist. I'm not anything. I just notice things. And I'm noticing that a lot of people that are putting up an argument about this are of Latin descent. Look at this gentleman here.
These egregious and cruel conditions and policies are not accidental. Mr. Holman, during your time as acting ICE director, deterrence was the order of the day for you. The memo bears that out, exactly what you planned for. The Trump administration claimed they had no choice but to rip children.
So it just makes me feel like, you know, these people come over here, they get into these positions, and then they advocate for everybody else to come over here. You know what I'm saying? And like everybody else got their own country. If you could look at all of the other countries out there, no other country is as mixed as the United States. Other nationalities have their own fucking parades here. You know, they got the Italian parade, the Polish parade, the Pakistani parade, Chinese, Asian parades. They got all this shit here. If you come here and you don't speak, like you could go to a hospital here. I used to work at Columbia Presbyterian. They got a fucking board. They have translators. Oh, you don't speak English? Hold on. Yeah. Send me a fucking Russian translator. Send me a person that speaks fucking Tagalog or whatever the fuck. Cantonese. They got all kind of fucking translators to come and translate for the person. You go any other country, if you don't speak their language and they don't speak English, you on your own.
From their parents because they were criminally prosecuting the parents pursuant to zero tolerance policy. Again, and policies that the administration created and that you, Mr. Holman, accepted, enforced, and championed, as we've seen. Let me remind everyone that the Trump administration tried to ban asylum seeking and started the process of metering, which then prevents people from coming through legal ports of entry. That exacerbated the crisis. People are desperately waiting months just to get in line and be granted the inalienable rights to due process. Mr. Holman, you have said that most immigrants are, quote, not criminals other than the criminal act that they do when they enter the country illegally. That is why I think we ought to revisit decriminalizing desperation, striking sections 1325 and 1326 of Title VIII of the U.S. Code, the statutes that the administration has leveraged to separate thousands of children from their families. Mr. Holman, do you understand that the consequences of separation of many children will be lifelong trauma and carried across generations? Have we not learned from the internment of Japanese Americans? Mr. Holman, I'm a father. Do you have children? How can you possibly allow this to happen under your watch? Do you not care? Is it because these children don't look like children that are around you? I don't get it. Have you ever held a deceased child in your arms?
First of all, your comments are disgusting.
Oh, hit him up, big dog. Get out of here with that bullshit. Hit him up.
I find your comments
I've served my country for 34 years.
I find your comments
This is out of
disgusting
control.
as well.
I've served my country for 34 years. And yes, I held a 5-year-old boy in my arms in back of that tractor trailer. I knelt down beside him and said a prayer for him because I knew what his last 30 minutes of his life were like. And I had a 5-year-old son at the time. What I've been trying to do my 34 years serving my nation is to save lives. So for you to sit there and insult my integrity and my love for my country and for children, that's why this whole thing needs to be fixed. And you're the member of Congress.
We agree on that.
Fix it.
We agree on that, but I disagree. But I also disagree with your characterization of immigrants as prone to criminality.
People for 3 decades on this.
Gentleman's time has expired. It's my time now.
Mr. Chairman,
It's my time.
the gentleman ripped off about 7 different questions designed to go at the character of Mr. Holman, and Mr. Holman should be given a chance to respond.
That's right, Jordan. That's fucking right. That's actually a feminine way of arguing too, anyway.
It was ridiculous, the way he just rattled them all off and wouldn't let him respond to them.
Let me say this. I understand that, but first of all, I'm going to have civility in my hearings. All right? I have the floor.
I understand, and I agree with you.
I'm going to have civility. That's why I was banging, so that we could hear each person speak. I have been very courteous and very kind. Now, Mr. Holman, do you have something to say?
No one in this room has seen what I've seen in my 34-year career.
Very well.
No one has experienced what I've experienced. I've saw many dead bodies coming across this border. And you want to talk about the memo? This memo is one option to stop death. Not just about enforcing the law, stop death. If you want to legalize illegal immigration, good luck with that, because it's going to get a hell of a lot worse on that border. If you say, okay, from now on, there will be no consequence, no deterrence. It's not illegal to come to this country illegally. More families would come. 31% women would be raped. More children would die. We're a nation of laws. If you don't like it, sir, change it. You're the legislator. I'm the executive branch, and I've served my country honorably for 34 years. And I will not sit here and have anybody say that I don't care about children because you're not the same color as my children.
Thank you very much. It is my time.
Man, these niggas be getting it. This shit more exciting than damn fucking Housewives of Beverly Hills or Jersey, whatever the fuck that shit is. You know, they need to get all these motherfuckers out of here, man. They need to get them all out. My guy is on a fucking roll. He's on a roll. Oh, shit, I thought I pressed it.
Already preparing to push back on former President Trump's planned migrant deportation program. Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey is already declaring that her state will not comply.
What?
If the Trump administration...
Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Hold the fuck up. Wait. What? Yo. My state will not comply. Oh, it's going to be a lot of motherfuckers getting fired. It's going to be a lot of bitches
Would the
getting fired.
Massachusetts State Police assist in mass deportations?
No, absolutely not. Every tool in the toolbox has got to be used to protect our citizens, to protect our residents, and protect our states, and certainly to hold the line on democracy and the rule of law.
But the president-elect's newly named border czar, Tom Homan, says he won't be stopped by sanctuary cities or states. Watch.
And look, I've seen some of these Democratic governors say they're going to stand in the way. They're going to make it hard for us. Well, a suggestion: if you're not going to help us, get the hell out of the way, because we're going to do it. So if we can't get assistance from New York City, and we may have to double the number of agents we send to New York City, because we're going to do the job. We're going to do the job without.
What the fuck? It's a damn shame we gotta fight motherfuckers in our own country. We gotta fight motherfuckers in our own country. Yo, this shit is crazy. That's why you can't let women run certain shit, bro. I know it sounds sexist. I know I sound misogynist. I know what's the other word they like to call men? Whatever the fuck it is. I know that's what it sounds like, but men make the hard decisions, man. They make the hard decisions that keep everybody fucking safe. You know what I'm saying? If we lived in a gynocracy, first of all, women would not be safe. Because women are fucking vicious and vindictive. They're gonna go and fucking if you ain't part of their clique, you're fucked. You know? But men make the hard fucking decisions. Everything can't be all kind and open door policy and this. You can't do that. Why are you open? When shit kick off, you ain't even gonna be on the field, bitch. When shit kick off, who they gonna call to go and attempt to solve the problem? Men. And then you got a man telling you, yo, don't do that shit. She's like, well, I'm going to do it. I'm not going to cooperate. What? Fire her ass.
Out you or with you. But
And Homan defended the president-elect's deportation plan, saying that it puts our national security first.
President Trump has made it clear. We will prioritize public safety threats and national security threats first. If you're in the country illegally, you shouldn't feel comfortable. Absolutely not. I won't feel comfortable if I'm in the country illegally. You shouldn't be comfortable either, because when you enter this country illegally, you have committed a crime. You are a criminal, and you're not off the table.
I love that, Steve. There's been a big comfort that illegal entrants have enjoyed for quite some time now. The whole point is you shouldn't be comfortable.
I mean, isn't it amazing just to see that, just the transformation, you know, that attitude, rather than the sort of nonsense we've had for 4 years. Just a quick point on the attitude of these Democrat governors. What Orwellian doublespeak there from the governor of Massachusetts. She's like, we're going to protect our people. Excuse me, you have people who are illegally here, they shouldn't be in the first place, violent criminals, assaulting, in some cases murdering American citizens, and she's going to protect the criminals? It's just absolutely extraordinary.
And that's what's been happening for 4 years. We talked about this last week, Harris, that indeed, where was the protection? Where was that strength during the last 4 years when our American citizens have been under attack?
Well, and I would add to that, Emily, where was the compunction to use it if it even existed in the first place? I mean, where was the intestinal fortitude to look at the southern border? And by the way, we don't talk enough about the northern border, but to look at how porous our entry points on our country have been throughout this administration. Where was the intestinal fortitude to say, no, enough. We're going to do this the right way. We want legal immigrants in this country. I just don't know. It's like she lost her voice, Kamala Harris. I'm not sure, but she was in charge. With or without the title of czar, she was the vice president who Biden picked to solve the problems on the border.
And it seems, Kaylee, that messaging, that's what the voters spoke. That message of not again, no more, and it's time to prioritize Americans, which Tom Homan will clearly drive.
Tom Homan is incredible. Tom Homan is tough, firm. He's the guy to get the job done. I'm glad he is border czar. But prepare for that man to be villainized and demonized, and Trump too, and Stephen Miller too. But here's the courage and fortitude and what they could rest upon. 54% in an Ipsos poll said they want mass deportation. Public opinion has shifted. They stand behind.
Bro, I don't even understand why it's a fucking issue. Well, we got states out here. What was that? Colorado? These motherfuckers moved, like, took over a building. They made the shit like the fucking Carter from New Jack City. Like, come on, man. What are you talking about? They're talking about this fucking Venezuelan gang. Niggas in the Bronx said, yeah, this shit in the Bronx. I still got friends on Rikers Island. They said, yo, them fucking gang members, them Venezuelan gangs, they say, yo, you give it 5 years. If this shit stay like this and they keep coming here, they're gonna be running Rikers Island. I said, yo, for real? He was like, yeah, man, the motherfuckers don't play. Come on, man. You gotta get these motherfuckers out of here. We gotta argue. We're mainly arguing. We're arguing with females about protecting the country. You gotta be fucking kidding me here. You gotta be kidding. This is one right here. This lady right here. This is the type of shit. This is why I wouldn't fucking vote for these chicks. Check this out.
Texas.
Thank you so much. You know what? This hearing is actually the best example of what waste, fraud, and abuse looks like, because the only reason we're having this hearing is because somebody got their feelings hurt in a debate. And I don't understand why we're wasting taxpayer dollars. Next time, tell your big boy to show up and be ready to.
Now, this come on, bro. What are we doing here? What do you got going on here? These dudes, they don't really have control over these chicks, man. The real old ones, they don't got control over these chicks. You let them get into this position of power, and you can't control them. They're not trying to work with you. They're doing their own thing, arguing and bickering and just talking shit. Like, this shit is ridiculous, man. Who the fuck does this lady think she is, man?
And why we're wasting taxpayer dollars. Next time.
Look at this goddamn wig. Look at this shit.
Tell your big boy to show up and be ready to handle the woman in the room who hopefully will become the next president of the United States. Nevertheless, while we do have two amazing authors from Project 2025, which it seems like everybody got the memo. Like, yes, I'm going to double down and say it's my thing, but I'm going to make sure I...
Stupid lady. She's fucking stupid, man. Now, the person she's talking about who got their feelings hurt, I think she's talking about this chick here. If you recall this shit.
Gentleman from Time's expired. Does any other member seek recognition?
Mr.
Chair recognizes Ms. Green.
I'd like to know if any of the Democrats on this committee are employing Judge Merchan's daughter.
Now, we're here to talk about bills and shit like that, this and that and the third. Wow, like what is this what is this shit? What kind of question is that?
Please tell me what that has to do with Merrick Garland.
Is she a porn star?
Oh, Goldman. That's right.
What? What? He said, is she a porn star?
What that has to do with Merrick Garland.
Is she a porn star?
Oh, Goldman. That's right. He's advising. Okay.
He's advising who? What? Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about
just
AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Here we go.
I think
I
don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
Mr. Chairman,
That's beneath
would
even
you please
order.
regain
Beneath
order
even
of your
you.
committee?
Order.
Please.
There's a point of order.
We have a point of order.
Look at these
Mr.
motherfuckers.
Lynch, state your point.
Mr. Chairman, I would just like to ask the parliamentarian if your conduct here in raising money in connection with this hearing is referable to the Ethics Committee within this hearing. Is a motion in order to refer your conduct and your abuse of
It's not a point of order.
Mr. I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Green's words.
That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your
Move
feelings hurt?
her words down.
Aw.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play.
Baby girl? I don't think
we are going to move and we're going to take your words down.
I second that motion.
Oh, that's that bitch, right? Yeah, that's that same bitch I don't like who was talking to homeboy about the fucking border. That's that bitch right there.
Okay. All right. We're suspending.
That's the problem. You got too many motherfucking broads up here, man. You know that they don't get along. This is the shit I be talking about. This is what will be going on in this whole fucking country because they can't fucking get along. They need somebody to play referee. You only can have one, maybe two in your whole shit. Look at how many motherfuckers they got up in here.
Absolutely.
Well, the interview's over.
We want to know what is a woman.
Please turn off the cameras.
The documentary that
Yeah, I
we're
think I
about to
wanna see
watch
this too.
explores the hot button issues of transgenderism.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
somebody
we
else's
watched
truth is might not be my truth.
Gender dysphoria.
Oh.
And gender reassignment surgery.
So seeking the truth is bias?
Yeah.
Do you think this film is going to make some people upset?
Absolutely.
Yeah. I'm what you call it? I'm gonna order that shit. We gonna watch that shit.
Not today.
I gotta find some place where I can work.
Here's what we're not going to do.
Here's what we're not gonna do.
Be up to Miss Crockett.
Yeah. I think we have to do the motion first, and then unless there's another motion, then you'll be recognized again. But I believe there's another motion coming. So, will you agree to strike your words?
Yeah. I'll
Okay.
agree.
Ms. Green agrees to strike her words.
I believe she
Chair
should
recognizes
apologize. No.
Mr.
She
Perry.
should
Okay,
apologize.
hold on.
Now she wants this bitch to apologize. You just arguing, strike her words, strike her words. Now she gonna strike her words. Yeah, you know what? Now I want the bitch to apologize. Sit the fuck down. You got the word stricken from the record, man. You ain't getting all that other shit.
Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then Ms. Green
I'm not
has 4 minutes and
apologizing.
21
Well,
seconds.
then
Okay,
you're
reserve
not
the right to
striking your
object.
words.
I am
Mr.
not
Perry.
apologizing.
Look at this
Now, let's
shit.
go. Come on, guys.
This nigga like, come on, guys. Nah, bro, this Brad ain't got no fucking control over these hoes.
After Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then Ms. Green
I'm not
has 4 minutes and
apologizing.
21
Well,
seconds.
then
Okay,
you're
reserve
not
the right to
striking your
object.
words.
I am
Mr.
not
Perry.
apologizing.
Now, let's go. Come on, guys.
Why don't you debate me?
Mr. Chairman, the minority.
pretty self-evident.
You're not.
Yeah,
out of order.
you don't have enough
You're out of order.
intelligence.
Chair recognizes Mr. Perry.
Okay, move to strike
I'd like to
I
strike
move to
those
strike the
words
lady's
as well.
words.
I would like
Strike the
order.
lady's words again.
That's 2 requests to strike. That's 2 requests to strike.
Oh,
That's why you don't let a bunch of bitches in your shit, bro. This is exactly what the fuck is going on. These are the niggas in power. This why this whole shit we argued about transgender and all this other stupid shit, man. Because these motherfuckers can't agree, and this guy has no control. He's not like Mr. Jordan. We were watching that dude Jordan. Jordan held that shit down. But these dudes, they just letting them do whatever the fuck they want.
Mr. Perry.
Okay, move to strike
I'd like to
have an
the minority.
pretty
Chair
self-evident.
You're not.
Yeah, you're
out
not.
of order.
You don't have enough
You're out of order.
intelligence.
Chair recognizes Mr. Perry.
Okay, move to strike
I'd like to
I
strike
move to
those
strike the
words
lady's
as well.
words.
I would like
Strike the
order.
lady's words again.
That's 2 requests to strike. That's 2 requests to strike.
Oh, they cannot take the
There's
words.
another motion to strike her words again. Please
All right.
get
Okay.
your members under
Here's the
control.
correct priority. Ms. Green, do you agree to unanimous consent to strike your words?
I repeat again for the second time, yes, I'll strike
right.
my words, but I'm not apologizing.
Without objection.
Not
Without objection.
apologizing.
Reserving the right to
No,
object. Chairman, I reserve the right to object.
Mr.
I
Perry.
reserve the right to object.
Chairman, I move that Mr. Goldman's words and Ms. Ocasio-Cortez's words be stricken.
Okay.
Which words? And you have to do it contemporaneously. Object. The objection must be contemporaneous, and they haven't spoken in 10 minutes.
Nobody's spoken in 10 minutes.
Well, that's right. Therefore, defeating your proposal.
You all have. So those are those.
These are the motherfuckers running shit. Thank God. Thank God. We got motherfuckers in there that's just going to tell you what it is, and that's it. Because this shit ridiculous.
That's my motion, Mr. Chairman.
We weren't able to.
But I object. It doesn't refer to anything that's on the floor. Ms. Ocasio-Cortez objected immediately and instantaneously, as you're supposed to do under the rules and precedents of the House of Representatives.
So the first time he could
Mr. Chairman, point of parliamentary inquiry.
All right, we're going to suspend for a minute, but we'll talk to the parliamentary.
I object to your objection.
Nigga said, I object to your objection. What? Nah, where's the big back shit? Where's the big... Nah. Hold up. Hold up, man. Hold up. Nah, I gotta see that. You ain't gonna do me like that.
I'd like to know if any of the Democrats on this committee are employing Judge Merchan's daughter.
Please tell me what that has to do with Merrick Garland.
Is she a porn star?
Oh, Goldman. That's right. He's advising. Okay.
He's advising.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something about Green. Just by the last 5 minutes looking at this, Green look like she might have wrapped her lips or legs around a few of these motherfuckers, so she feel her weight is up, and she's the, you know what I mean? She the one with the power. She probably done sucked this weird nigga off.
What? Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about. I guess
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No,
what you're
ain't
reading.
nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
Mr. Chairman,
That's beneath even
the order of your committee.
Order.
I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Green's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down.
Aw.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play. with
Baby
me.
girl? I don't think
we are going to
so.
move, and we're going to take your words down.
I second that motion.
So who will have to pay?
Cortez.
But Ms. Green agrees to strike her words.
I believe she
Chair
should apologize.
recognizes
No.
Mr. Perry.
She should
Okay,
apologize.
hold on. Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then Ms. Green
I'm not
has 4 minutes and
apologizing.
21
Well,
seconds.
then
Okay,
you're
reserve
not
the right to
striking your
object.
words.
I am
Mr.
not
Perry.
apologizing.
Now let's go. Come on, guys.
Why don't you debate me?
Mr. Chairman, the minority.
pretty self-evident.
Chair you're not.
Yeah, you're
out
not.
of order.
You don't have enough
You're out of
intelligence.
order.
None. Cause bro, they, there's not a lot of us who really partake in the political shit like that. Black males that partake in that shit like that. And two, if there was, they would choose them over us anyway. They've been doing that shit since '64. The females count as a double minority. Hey, I don't fucking know, man.
Our chair recognizes Mr. Perry.
Okay, move to strike
I'd like to strike those words
lady's
as well.
words.
Move to strike
the lady's words again.
That's 2 requests to strike. That's 2 requests to strike.
Oh, they cannot take the words.
There's another motion to strike her words again. Please
All right,
get
okay,
your members under
here's
control.
the correct parliamentary. Ms. Green, do you agree to unanimous consent to strike your words?
I repeat again for the second time, yes, I'll
All
strike
right.
my words, but I'm not apologizing.
Without objection. Without
Not
objection.
apologizing.
21 seconds.
Mr. Chair, point of order.
Who's
It's me.
Ms. Crockett?
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman.
Personality. Understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what?
Yo, do you see Raskin's face? The real old ass motherfucker right there. You see his face when she says that shit? Look at this motherfucker's face.
Someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't think that's
Hold on.
I'm trying to find clarification on what quality.
Chairman, motion to strike
no
those
idea
words.
what you just said.
We're not going to.
Yo, Q. Yo, that dude lost. He's fucking lost, man. He ain't catch none of that shit. The old nigga was like, he like, oh, these bitches about to fight. Yeah, it's about to go down, kid. He like, I don't know what you just said. What now? He said, what now?
Understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
Chairman, I make a motion to strike those words.
I don't.
Yo, these bras act like they 14 years old, man. They act like they in fucking junior high school, bro.
I don't think that's
Hold on.
I'm trying to find clarification on what quality.
Chairman, motion to strike
no
those
idea what
words.
you said.
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just.
You just voted to do it.
Y'all did it first, so you don't
just voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look at, calm down.
No, because this is what y'all do. So I'm trying to get
Ms.
clarification.
Crockett, you're not recognized. Ms. Crockett.
I can't hear you with your yelling.
You don't want
calm
me to
down.
Be,
Can you please calm down?
Don't tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all talk noise and then you
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Look, Chairman,
if I
can
come
we
and
send
talk about her, y'all gonna have a problem.
Mr. Chairman.
All right.
Jesus Christ. This is why they say they're angry. That chick, Green just said some slick shit and that was it. Kept the mellow tone. Yeah, you ain't gonna, you aren't intelligent enough. Your eyelashes too big. You should, this one's, oh no, because we're gonna, like, that's why you're perceived as fucking angry and out of control. The lady said, Miss Crockett, you're out of control. Yeah, bitch, you can't talk at a normal fucking tone. Everything ain't fucking greasing your face and finger pops, neck popping and shit like that. You, bitch, you in there with fucking senators or some shit. What's wrong with you? Who hired you? Who hired that bitch? Who say, yo, nah, she good? The Cortez bitch is good. Who said that they good?
Don't tell me to calm down, because y'all talk noise and then you
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Chairman,
come and talk about her, y'all gonna have a problem.
Mr. Chairman.
All right, Chair. Okay.
Order.
You niggas ain't got no fucking control, man. No control. Damn you niggas, man. That's what the fuck we got running this shit, huh? Oh. Hold up. I like Ted Cruz too. I don't know much about him, but I like how he be talking his shit. Yo, what's up with Diddy, man? This nigga getting out or what? What's going on? What the fuck is today? Wednesday? What's up, man? This nigga getting out or what? Baby, I know. Let my nigga out, man.
Turn to the ranking member.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I want to start with a question for
Hey,
each of the
Cruz,
five
right there.
witnesses. In your judgment, are voter ID laws racist? Professor Tolson.
Thank you for that question. So it depends. One thing we have to stop doing is
Bro. There's a lot of people that don't know what the fuck racist is, bro. There's a lot of people that don't know what the fuck racist is. We're questioning is fucking showing the ID to vote. Is that racist? I was talking with my kid's mom. She said, well, it could have been because some people, you might need to be able to get an ID and this and that, and it might cost this, it might cost that. Like, man, fuck all that, man. You want to vote, you need a fucking ID, and then you go vote. What is it? How is that fucking racist? That's like the same shit when these chicks took out a $250,000 loan, student loan, and when it's time to pay it back, they're like, "Oh, it's systematic racism." You borrowed $250,000 in college, and now you're saying it's racist to pay it back? Oh my God! Can you imagine? And nah, B. Oh, yo, dudes be trying to marry chicks all early and shit, man. You need to see this bitch when she mad. You need to see her when she mad, dog. Look at this motherfucker. She just look like she about to say she just look like she about to say some stupid shit, bro.
treating all voter ID laws as the same.
Okay, so your answer, I want to move quickly, so it depends is your answer?
Yes, that's my answer.
Okay, so what voter ID laws are racist?
Apologies, Mr. Cruz, your state of Texas, perhaps?
Okay, so you think the entire state of Texas is racist. What about requiring an ID to vote is racist?
So I think, sir, that's pretty reductive. I'm not saying the entire state of Texas is racist.
You just said my state of Texas, so you tell me, what about the Texas voter ID laws is racist?
So the fact that the voter ID law was put into place to diminish the political power of Latinos with racist intent and had been found to have
You're
racist
asserting
intent.
that. What's your evidence for that?
The federal district court that first resolved the constitutionality of Texas's voter ID law.
Okay, so your view is voter ID laws are racist. How about you, Mr. Yang?
I agree with Professor Tolson. Voter ID laws can be racist.
Okay, that's
other
two.
context.
Mr. Science?
There are some voter ID laws that are racially discriminatory in intent.
How about in practice? In intent, fine, you say there's some racist with a malevolent intent lurking in the back of their mind. But let's just talk about it as a practical matter. When I go to vote, they ask me for my ID. I pull out my ID, I show it to them, I vote. Is that racist?
If the law that requires you to do that was motivated by racially discriminatory intent
what about the
under
effect?
our
Set aside intent. Set aside intent. I'm asking about the effect.
Yes, in effect, I think that there are discriminatory effects from a number of voter ID laws.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Reardon.
I'm going to give the witness a chance.
So let's get this straight. It's only racist if the intent to ask for ID was coming from a racist from a racist intent. Nah, that don't make no sense to me. Nah, that don't make sense to me.
Set aside intent.
If the law that requires you to do that was motivated by racially discriminatory intent.
What about the effect?
How? What?
Law that requires you to do
my vote. As a practical matter, when I go to vote, they ask me for my ID. I pull out my ID, I show it to them, I vote. Is that racist?
If the law that requires you to do that was motivated by racially discriminatory intent
what about the
under
effect?
our
Set
Constitution.
aside intent. Set aside intent. I'm asking about the effect.
Yes, in effect, I think that there are discriminatory effects from a number of voter ID laws.
Okay, thank you, Ms. Reardon.
I'm going to give the witness a chance to answer the question. Go ahead, Mr. Sine.
Yes, in effect, I think many voter ID laws are discriminatory and in design. They are designed to have that effect.
Okay, Ms. Reardon.
No, sir.
Mr. Van Spakovsky.
No, particularly because every single state that has passed an ID law has put in a provision to provide a free ID to anyone who doesn't have one. The turnout numbers show it has no effect. And I would remind everyone that the current version of the Texas voter ID law for in-person voting, the Obama administration agreed in court, in a court filing, that they were satisfied with it and that it was not discriminatory.
You know, I have to say this range of question actually shows the wildly partisan nature of the Democrats' proposal. The record should reflect all three of the Democratic witnesses invited by the chairman maintained to this committee that voter ID laws can be, in many instances, in most instances, I think of the various ways they formulated, are racist. So let me tell you who disagrees with that. 35 states across the country disagree with that because 35 states have voter ID laws in effect. But not just 35 states. 81% of voters in America disagree with the radical views proposed by the Democrats and the Democratic witnesses. Not just 81% of Americans. 77% of black voters in America support voter ID laws. 78% of Hispanic voters in America support voter ID laws. Maldev should think about that. 81% of low-income Americans support voter ID laws.
Bro, who the fuck doesn't have an ID? I remember back in the 90s, you know, for a little bit, we didn't have ID. All we had was your fucking high school ID. But as an adult, when you go get your driver's license or some shit like that, you go get your driver's license. How is that racist, man?
And yet, what this bill is about is putting radicals in charge of saying if you require an ID to vote, that is racist and must be struck down. This is all about partisan power. Now, DOJ.
The dangers of making everything racist is now we don't know what racist is. Once we got used to saying, oh, these people see everything as racist. Now when a racist thing happens, when you're in a situation that, you know, you're faced with racism, now it's you know, there's like, who's gonna really believe it? Because you put racism on the fucking stoplight on Malcolm X Boulevard is red too long, or that's racist because over in fucking Bensonhurst the red light ain't red that long. Stupid shit like that. They fucking everything up, bro. Like,
has also said under the Biden administration that it is not going to presume that that a state acts lawfully if it simply returns to pre-COVID voting laws. Ms. Reardon, Mr. Van Spakovsky, what does that tell you if they say after a pandemic, if you go back to the laws that existed before, DOJ is not going to assume that that's okay? What does that tell you about the partisan nature of DOJ?
By issuing the guidance that they did, it says to me that what they would like to do is make permanent the emergency procedures that were instituted by many states through litigation by the DNC throughout the country prior to the 2020 election. And they would like those to be permanent. And so rather than understand that they are temporary, they are going to go after states that design to go back to their original election procedures.
Well, and I think they also think Democrats did well under those emergency procedures, and so keeping those emergency procedures in place will predictably benefit Democrats. You know, I would note, in addition to disagreeing with the vast majority of the American people, the Democratic witnesses and the Democrats here also disagree with the United States Supreme Court. When I was the Solicitor General of Texas, I represented a coalition of states defending Indiana's voter ID law. Before the U.S. Supreme Court, a group of plaintiffs challenged that. It went to the Supreme Court, and the Supreme Court, by a vote of 6-3, upheld Indiana's voter ID law. Not only did they do so, Justice John Paul Stevens, one of the lions of the left, wrote the majority opinion where he said voter ID laws protect the integrity of elections. And yet, sadly, too many Democrats today don't want to protect the integrity of elections.
Yeah, man, yo, I ain't even gonna lie. The way they painted these motherfuckers, kid, the motherfuckers ain't never getting back in office. They're gonna have to get in office and then switch to fucking Democrat. Cause hell no, fuck y'all. All right, man. That's about it for the political fuckery they got going on. Shit is moving pretty good. You know, hopefully if they try to stop this mass deportation, I hope they fucking fire them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? So one thing I wanted to clear up, two things actually. First thing is this here. What do you guys think about this? So they're saying, remember this? We were looking at this, right? The big girl, the chick right here. Apparently, they're saying that this is not a man. So let's see. And I just creep up from behind.
Guess who appears behind him?
Stop the cap.
Y'all, for years, we heard that this individual from the Big Papa video was a man. We heard that this was a trans woman by the name of Shamika, and we heard that her life was taken away from her because she tried to catch a little fling with another man, and then he found out she was a man, and they said that man took that man's life, okay? Basically, they said she tried to trick a dude into thinking she was a woman, and then he powed her. Well, today we got the truth, cause I
I got it, coach! I got it!
Getting your greens shouldn't make.
Decided to do a little research of my own. And I said, I want to find this infamous, legendary Shamika. Not for my own selfish purposes, not because I want to link with Shamika, not because I want to know what Biggie and Puff Daddy and LL Cool J was working with back in the day. I just wanted to see if this person was real and was she in fact a Katanya Douglas. And it said, I am so tired of seeing these posts online. This is my cousin. She is a woman and has always been a female. One of our grandparents are siblings. I don't know who started this rumor, but it's wrong and very...
Wait, one of our grandparents are siblings? What the fuck does that mean?
Ignorant, okay? Now you can see in these messages, people were talking to Katanya and they were asking her, you know, oh my God, is she really your cousin? And she was like, yes, this is my cousin. And she said her name is Aisha. Now the cousin also showed a couple of pictures of I don't know, man. What y'all think, man? I don't know, man. All I do know is I listen, man. In that picture, I saw what appears to be a motherfucking Adam's apple. Aisha. This is her cousin. Here's another one we can get.
Yeah, that's her. That's all. Mm.
Get a close up on this. You see, that's Aisha in the middle, not Shamika, Aisha. Now, if you're not convinced by this, I went and I did a little more research when I found out Aisha's name, and I actually found her Facebook. Now, I'm not going to say her full name because, look, I'm assuming she has heard this rumor before, okay? And for whatever reason, she never felt the need to come out and say it was a lie. I'm assuming because she doesn't want to be in the limelight. Maybe she don't want anything to do with Diddy and all of this other stuff from her past. So I think that's why she's trying to stay a little more private. But you can look at the woman's face, her nose. This is the exact same woman from the Biggie video. She's not a man and she's not dead. This picture right here is actually recent. This came from September, okay? Here's another photo of her from her Facebook. This one,
she got some amazing tits, though. I tell you that.
Is a little older, but I'm showing y'all this because it's not like she's hiding. She's not hiding. She just private and living her own life. So this is Aisha. She's not a man. She's a woman, okay? And
all right, man, this is a good shot of the neck. That's not the same neck, bro. That's not the same neck. And if you look at that picture, the one where she was in a Biggie video, she got a mole on the left side of her eye. In this picture here, she don't got the mole.
in this picture right here, you can definitely see this is the same person from the Big Papa video. So all of these rumors about her being passed away, this thing about she was a transgender and she ran into some guy who took her life, this is all a lie. And look, I think it's some people from New York that might have heard this rumor and just ran with it. So I'm not going to say people knew this information and they just kept running with a lie. But, I mean, you know, it is.
Yeah, I don't fucking care, nigga. I don't think. I don't know, bro. I don't know, bro. Yo, Linda, what? Yo, nah, man. I ain't jacking it. I ain't jacking it, man. The mole ain't there. Do you see this mole right here? It's a mole right there. Right? And I don't see no mole right there. Look like she got a little vein in the fucking head right here. Ain't no vein in this motherfucker head right here. Nah, man, I ain't jacking it, bro. Yeah. Yeah, nah, man, I ain't jacking it. I don't know what the fuck you talking about. It's not the same broad. To me, I don't believe it. I think, yeah, that they was fucking around with a TG, man. I think they was fucking around with a. Oh yeah, you're right. The Mr. Moles on Diddy face. Yep. Yeah, nah, man. Nah. I don't believe it. I ain't falling for that shit. I ain't falling for that shit. Now there was something else. Let me see if I can find it. find it first before I even bring it up. All right, now I can't find it. So my homeboy told me too. We was watching the Diddy shit where he was dancing on the yacht. He was dancing on a yacht and shit. And I thought that was a Biggie video. Right? I thought that was a Biggie video. I mean, a Biggie record, but it wasn't a Biggie record. It was a fucking Rick Ross. Shout out to my man, salute the veteran. When I listened to it again, I say, yeah, that is Rick Ross. This nigga Rick Ross said that fucking something. Nigga said, gay men slay men, gay men get a best head. That's what that nigga said. Right. Now, there was something else I wanted to show you. Y'all know Fannie Willis, right? Fannie Willis. What the hell? Got clowned by a judge. And the judge was like, yo, man, and this whole shit, you ain't had your shit together. Check this out. I can't believe Young Thug is free, kid.
Fulton District Attorney Fonnie Willis.
Atlanta News First, Yasmina Olsen is at the Fulton County Courthouse, where Fulton County Superior Court Judge Paige Whitaker once again had some strong words for the prosecution.
A little over a week ago, Judge Whitaker called out the prosecution for all of the delays happening in the trial. And today, the same thing, but this time about an email from Fulton County District Attorney Fonnie Willis.
It's a shame that the court would even have to say something like that. But can you all please communicate to everybody in the DA's office to not have any sort of ex parte communications with the court?
More confusion as the Young Thug trial continues. It started when a court spectator sent an email to the prosecution criticizing their work. District Attorney Fonnie Willis replied all and told her team they were doing a good job. The problem is that the court was copied on this original email, and when DA Willis responded, the court remained copied on everything, but the defense was left out. Judge Whitaker defined that as ex parte communication. The defense calling it out is inappropriate.
It went from Madam DA Fonnie Willis to this court. It was a direct communication to this court. It was inappropriate. It was praising Georgia's RICO statutes to the court.
Judge Whitaker then told the prosecution to tell everyone in the DA's office to not have any sort of ex parte communication with the court. Still, the defense had strong words.
I understand probably what was behind that communications. And of course, it is great for a boss to buck up an underling who has perhaps been attacked or maligned. But I don't believe that, and I don't think the court does either, that the court should have been copied on that communications, especially one that reads maybe more like a campaign.
That's not it. Young Thug sentence. Damn.
Pain ad with a Sir story in it.
This, of course, a sensitive issue for.
Let me see if old girl got it. What the hell is that?
Throwing this case together as you try it. I'm going to take a recess for a few minutes. And I can't figure out what it is. If it's disingenuous, if it is, but it is baffling that somebody with the number of years of experience that you have, time after time after time, continues to hide the ball to the extent you possibly can for as long as you possibly can. And I really don't want to believe that it is purposeful, but honestly, after a certain number of times, you start to wonder how it could be anything but that, unless it is just that you are so unorganized that you are throwing this case together as you try it.
Damn.
And I am sorry to say that, but this case is being made much more difficult for everybody because of the haphazard way in which it is being presented. I'm going to take a recess for a few minutes. I'll have a ruling when I get back.
Damn, Fanny.
If you're trying to scale your coaching business with YouTube ads and you sell courses, programs, masterminds, and that kind of...
You know, the key word here is incompetent. The longest running trial in Georgia history. This YSL case I would call a circus. It was super embarrassing and exposed the incompetence of Fannie Willis and her office. You literally had short bus shorties like Woody running circles around them. It was just so embarrassing.
Why did you destroy your shoulder?
Cutting my shoulders.
What is 372?
Numbers. I know I ain't complete school, but I think I'm speaking proper English. I told you, I don't recall nothing I said to no polices. You keep sitting right here asking me the same question over and over and over and over and over. I'm tired of it. I'm drained.
Okay. Well, if you would just answer the questions properly.
I am answering the question. You asked me, I said yes, yes. You keep, when I say yes, you ask me the same question over and over and over and over and over.
But did you just tell the court and this jury that you're saying yes just to move the process along?
I think I said it loud and clear.
Going back to January 11th, 2015.
I don't recall.
Can I finish the question?
They didn't listen to the question. And they keep bringing up third name. So what I did was, to get them off of me, I said, third did this, third did that, third did, because I knew they would never, I knew he didn't do it. And in my mind, I knew that the police would never go mess with him. So it was easy for me to try to throw the blame off on him to get them off of me. And that's what I was doing from all these years. I don't remember what I don't told them in the past, but my whole motive was, Doug did it because I knew he didn't do it, and they couldn't lock him up. And they keep talking about thug. So guess what I'm gonna tell them? Yeah. What else you want me to tell them? Yeah, he killed this person. Yeah, he did that. That's what I'm gonna do. And that's right now. If I walk out this thing and they say, the police stop me now. Hey man, give me something about Doug. I'll make something up about him again.
Now Young Thug's part of this whole situation is supposed to be over. He ended up accepting a plea deal that allowed him to go home, which I also believe is a setup. The first thing that came to mind is, it's not a coincidence that Fannie Willis came up with this plea just 2 business days before her election, at a time when the judge was so fed up with the situation and how sloppy they presented their case that it was on the verge of a mistrial. We're going to get into that, plus Young Thug's father, he said that Fannie Willis should be held accountable, and he endorsed her opponent, Courtney.
Not just the art, freedom of speech. Let's talk about his rights. We freedom of speech, man. You know, how can you take a person's freedom of speech and say, now we're gonna tell you how you need to talk, or how you supposed to talk? You know, who would feel comfortable with? Would any of us out here right now feel comfortable with someone telling us, you confirmed from saying this? You can't say that? You know, what do the Constitution for the city of Atlanta, Fulton County? We need to get rid of the poison that's in our system. And that's the district attorney office. So vote Courtney Kramer.
This nigga here said, fuck Fannie. Vote Courtney Kramer. And what's so crazy about it is you about to see who Courtney Kramer is.
So Courtney Kramer, I support Courtney Kramer to the fullest. I feel like she's the best person for the job. And it's not because of what she said about us. It's because she said that and she was in my company and never knew who I was.
Absolutely true.
and the woman that's with him, she agreed that Courtney's stance on the YSL situation.
Nigga said, bring back Becky. Bring back Becky. A long time ago, I did a video saying that they was lining these niggas up. Oh yeah, make them this, make her that. Let them run this office, let them run that fucking state. Let them do this, let them in. Give the niggas a chance. And these are the blacks that got into those positions easy. These ain't the blacks that were supposed to be in those positions. The ones that fought for the motherfucking rights to get in there, the ones who died and shit like that, those were the type that were supposed to be in these positions of power. Why? Because they knew that if you're going to be in this position, you can't just be good. You have to be what? Great. You can't be fucking up and fucking off. You got to be great. You got to be on top of your game. And they not, because they got it too easy, man. So now, Brad is cleaning the house. He's going to get rid of all of the women, and he's going to get rid of all of the blacks. And what can you say? You know what Brad going to say? Yo, man, we gave him a shot, man. We gave him a chance. They were fucking DAs, lawyers, judges, mayors, chief of police, chief of corrections, commissioners of corrections, vice presidents. And they fucked it up. Gave a bitch $1 billion, literally gave her $1 billion. And that bitch is $20 million in debt. How you gonna let her run the fucking president, the fucking country? You got fucking judges shooting boyfriends. You got female senators fighting cops at bars. Y'all fucked it up, man. Brad and Becky back up in this motherfucker, kid. And I seen that shit in corrections. I said, damn, man, this show is a lot of black women, wardens, and chiefs and all of this shit. We had one chief, they called her as Chief Ghetto. Yeah, they called her Chief Ghetto. You know why? It wasn't because she was black. It was because she was ghetto as a motherfucker. Yeah. Now, my man up here, he said, yo, I want her to be the...
It made sense, and the prosecutors were out of order. Specifically, Fannie Willis's
fucked it up, man. They even doing sexual harassment. There was some dude named Brock. He gave this judge some fucking dick, and she went nuts. Fucking nuts. Put tracking devices in this shit and all that. This one, Fannie, she hired her fucking her lover. She hired this nigga here. This nigga, what this nigga do? He ain't even had no fucking experience. They said, yo, we need some niggas that got fucking RICO experience because we trying to get Trump. She put her boyfriend on. That nigga ain't had no RICO experience, and she paid him the most. They found out that they were using the money to go on fucking trips and vacations and shit. You're fucking it up. You got to protect the bag, man. You got to be great. No flaws, no pitfalls, no dimples, nothing. Everything got to be smooth.
Prosecutorial targeting. She wanted to be famous, and she was willing to do whatever the Democrats wanted her to do in order to move up. Now, let's connect this. That's the reason why the Shade Room was trying to make Young Thug's father look crazy. It's because he endorsed Courtney. Courtney is running against Fannie, and the Shade Room is obviously bought and paid for. They're being paid to not only distract, but to control millions of black people. And on top of that, they're being paid to convince us to go against ourselves. That's what they're doing.
We need to start making the people accountable that makes the decisions for us. So we need to put the right people in office. We need to start scanning the people that we vote for.
Every drop of juice can be squeezed out of the fruit by lightly pressing, allowing you to enjoy the deliciousness of the fruit.
Yeah, I need one of them shit.
Young Thug is a big artist. People have heard about his case that was an alleged RICO case in Georgia. This was the case to remind people where art, black art, as you've called it, lyric.
So Fannie out there. Oh, what's the other one from Chicago? Tiffany Dalton. No, Tiffany Henyard. Tiffany Henyard out there, she fucking spent like $6 million of the goddamn state's fucking money, man. She broke them. They went, they're repossessing fucking cop cars and all that shit. But she spent the money. Paid her boyfriend $14,000 paychecks and shit.
Eyes are on the race for Fulton County District Attorney. DA Fonnie Willis will face a challenge to keep her
You better
seat.
back your
Willis
ass up
brought
from the
charges,
curb.
as you know, against Mr. Trump over efforts to overturn the 2020 presidential election results. DA Willis's challenger, Courtney Kramer, is a lawyer who interned under Trump. She says she wants to bring accountability to the office.
Without talking to them. I mean, would it be possible for somebody to support a reduction to the IRS budget because they simply believe the federal government ought to have a balanced budget? Would that be a fair position?
That
Would that be a principled position?
Except that that actually doesn't work with respect to defunding.
Would it be a principled position?
It wouldn't be an accurate position because
Okay, but you don't know because you didn't talk to anybody, did you?
Well,
you just said it.
Oh my
defunding
God.
the IRS, the CBO agrees. Everyone who's testifying to
Wait a minute. Wait. Whoa. Defund the IRS? I think that's a marvelous idea. I think that's a great idea, man. Fuck the IRS, man. Yeah. Wait a minute.
today agrees that that is going to add to deficits, not reduce.
Could it be that a House Republican wanted to reduce the IRS's budget because they think that the IRS is a model of inefficiency and shouldn't be rewarded with more money?
Well,
could that have been a possibility, a motivation for the way they
Senator
voted?
Kennedy, I so appreciate that question because the reality
Could that have been a motivation for the way they voted?
and it relates very closely to what Senator
Yo, women hate yes or no fucking questions, bro.
Could that have been a motivation for the way they voted?
that you've seen an inefficient.
Could that have been a motivation?
If you allow
for
the
way they
witness to
voted?
answer, you might get your answer, Senator Kennedy.
Bro, she's not saying yes or no. What the fuck is this nigga talking? See? Simp ass nigga.
Frankly, couldn't have been.
It could or couldn't?
It could not have been.
How do you know you didn't talk to him?
Because the reason why you've seen
You just
the IRS
made this statement that
hasn't been able.
every Republican in the House supports Israel only if it has been made easier for people to cheat on their taxes. Could it be that maybe a House member thought that, well, the more money we spend, the more deficits we have, and the more deficits we have, the more pressure is put on interest rates, and the higher interest rates go, the more it hurts the poor. Could that have been the position of one of the House Republicans?
Senator Kennedy.
Could it have been theoretically?
Couldn't have been because everyone.
It couldn't have been?
It frankly couldn't.
How do you know you didn't talk to him?
Well, I know that everyone agrees, including witnesses across the aisle, including CBO, including every single tax expert that has contemplated this question, that defunding the IRS makes deficits worse, not better. And so this is a deficit
I just find it,
measure.
Professor, appalling. appalling that you would make a statement like this, a vicious statement like this, without talking to a single person about whom you made the statement. And I'm going to remind you, you know, you can only be young once, but you can always be immature.
Oh,
And you ought to think about that.
Thank you, Senator.
Thank you.
that motherfucker said you can only be young once, but you can always be immature. Ooh, shit. Yeah, y'all gotta tell that shit to your wives or your girlfriends. That's nice. That's nice.
Let me just say that I think that.
Now, hold on, man. I need to see what's going on with Diddy, man. What's going on with Diddy? My boy getting out or what? Fuck's going on here? Suge Knight reveals shocking secrets. Bullshit. Yo, why these niggas be capping on here, bro? They be fucking lying so much. All right, now 11 hours ago, 5 minutes ago, FBI reveals celebs have fled the country. Bullshit. Children dressed as Harajuku Barbies at Freak Off, whatever. CNN leaks evidence of how Ashton Kutcher helped Diddy kill Britney. Britney who? Britney who? Britney Murphy. Nah, I don't believe that shit neither. Trump, Diddy, Hollywood exposed by, what that shit said? Trump releases Diddy celebrity list. Yeah, right. Yo, these motherfuckers, yo, you gotta watch these motherfuckers. They be lying their ass off. All right, so let's go check the actual fucking news. Let's see here.
Speaking through your wandering lips, I still want final tension. I just got my fucking to my senses.
Let's see. 9 hours ago, Diddy updated timeline of charges. Updated timeline of charges. New motion for bail, baby. Evidence, yeah, evidence depicts consensual relationship. Okay. Sean Diddy Combs' lawyers filed new motion for bail. All right. Let's see. What we talking about? Second time, requesting bail once again. Arguing changed circumstances. New evidence should allow him to be released. Makes it clear the government's case. Didn't I tell y'all the government's case was thin? I told y'all these niggas' case was thin. Because everybody that's saying shit about him got a clear motive. They got a clear motive. They hate him. And they're hoes, drug addicts, or not savory people, man. All right, let's see. Government's click case is thin. Yep. All right. Defense alleged that's new evidence refutes prosecution's claim. During a coerced freak off. Minute-long glimpse into a complex but decade-long consensual relationship. That's a fact. All right. Argued the new evidence refutes the prosecution's notion there was a potential second alleged victim per their motion. Nah, it was 5. Wasn't it like 5/5/25? You got 5/5/2025. Let me see. Let me double check right here. Yeah, 5/5/25. Where's that? Yeah, 5/5/25. Right there, baby. All right, so that was yesterday. So they're putting this motion in. Come on, man. All right. Released in dismay. Freak off. Continental Hotel. Victim trying to leave, walking down the hall to the elevator, and it didn't. I don't really call that a punch, man. All right, let's see. All right. Okay. Never had a plan B or E. Tekashi 6ix9ine ice. Tekashi 6ix9ine is in Brooklyn. Tekashi 6ix9ine isolated from Diddy. That nigga's in Brooklyn. Other prisoners in MDC pleads guilty. Diddy party guests speak about minors present at freak off. Oh my God. Oh, you niggas gotta leave these kids alone, man. Gang rape lawsuit. Oh my God. 2 more women sued. Oh, Jesus. This is CBS News. Bieber's song about Diddy Party is likely AI generated. Okay, that's good to know. You took a picture of MDC? Oh, they capping too? Damn, ain't no picture. My nigga, come on, man. All right, what about R. Kelly? What's going on with R. Kelly? Yo, Trump, man, pardon R. Kelly, baby. Pardon R. Kelly, man. We need an R. Kelly concert. God damn, last news was 2022? Fuck. Okay, no. Damn, court declined singer R. Kelly appeal for child sexual abuse images and charges. Declines to hear appeal from singer. Damn. Damn. Wow. All right, so let's hear about this this tragic story about this girl. Facts. That they saying about those little people. Let's see. Hold on. Let me go back. Little people. All right. States. All right, mine. Let's see here. All right. Diddy isolated. Diddy party guest. Oh, this bitch. Yeah. We watched this shit with her. Talking about she saw Karakuki little dolls or what. Yeah, this is just hearsay. This is just a hearsay.
It's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
Heavy in my fashion. Today Wallace. See, look, has no credibility, and her claims about freak-offs and minors are completely and categorically false. As we've said before, Mr. Combs cannot respond to every new publicity stunt, even in response to claims that are facially ridiculous. Mr. Combs has full confidence in the fact and the integrity of the judicial process. Okay. Never had a plan B, E.
Wallace. I am a singer-songwriter, and I was at I believe to be one of P. Diddy's freak-offs. 2018, I went to this freak-off. I looked to the right of me, and in the corner, I'm looking like, are those midgets? Because people were it's people over them, like it's people trying to hide what they're doing. They're all huddled up. So I'm like, what is that? But no, they weren't. They were little people. And, I don't want to say too much. They were little people. So use your common sense. Dressed up like little Harajuku Barbies, red lipstick, looking like real sexy, revealing like cute. So I'm like, what the hell?
What were the little people doing?
Getting covered up, trying to cover up what they were doing. Just, I don't know, like being admired, being hid, something. But it's like, what are they doing here? Because
yeah, I need evidence, man. I need motherfucking evidence, man. I need evidence because this is something that you got to be right about, man. You got to be right about this. One, because if he did do this, we gotta, all right, we got one, so that's good. But two, if he didn't do it, we ain't trying to put away somebody for something that, he didn't do. And when they said that she is not a credible person, that was the same shit I said. Why? Because she's just
I left the hospital. What? So police had her for 10 hours. So she's back gone, y'all. Okay, now you playing on my top. It's up. What? Dog, What it do, everyday people, man? It's your boy PJ. Today we back with another lit video. We back in the confessional. Yes, we staying lit, big dog, man. Shout out to my everyday people who rock with me every day. Shout out to my homeboy Lucky Wills Deals. He keeps it lit. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe to this video. Let me know what y'all think about this conversation that we had. We got it with the girl I love, Tanea. And we did the video on her and her daughter's wilding out, and you see a 13-year-old prostitute and all that stuff like that. Well, okay, the daughter's back home. She does have a big bruise on her eye. I'm not finna show her because ain't nothing changed. But I'm gonna let you know what her mom said on Instagram.
Yeah.
No, and it happened more than once.
I don't know why she left.
Bacteria vaginosis.
She don't look too concerned about shit like.
Yeah, I know. When you smell like fish and shit.
Damn.
Those pills. Well, whether she got hit or not, she ran away yesterday. That's the thing. And I didn't even get on here to talk about that. I promise. If I didn't see nobody say nothing about her, I wouldn't say anything either.
Yeah, she ain't a good mom. She just a chick trying to get, you know what I mean, you feel me? She just trying to get.
Look, and she's like, honey, it's time to get a job. Baby, how's the food? How's the appetizer? That crepe blue margarita, man.
Delicioso.
Delicioso. As good as my sex?
Not as good as your sex.
Oh, but it's still good. How you like when I eat that coochie and asshole? I do a good job?
Yes.
Yeah, baby.
All you gotta do is get his bitch some shrimp. She'll say whatever the fuck you want. I don't believe that bitch. I need evidence, bro. You know, that shit is really important, man. Like before you know what I'm saying, really go hard on somebody, man, you really need to make sure. You need that. You need that. Yeah, man, she a mess, man. She a mess, man. Man, her mama video.
Ain't that some shit?
I ain't never called you.
You called me outside of fucking horse and you told me to get out. Not like I'm gonna listen because her nigga gonna have to push me out. That's probably why I got my ass beat because I don't listen. But I'm just saying, I love you, you know? Why would you try to like kick me out? You want the next nigga to have me? You know if you break up with me today, how many niggas is about to be in my DM? I know you don't. I know you don't.
With them.
I'm not gonna do OnlyFans with them. I'm not even doing OnlyFans with you. So what makes you think they gonna get it? You act like I had a nigga on my OnlyFans before or something.
I just think if you gonna do OnlyFans and show yourself, cause you might as well just fuck everybody. Cause everybody's gonna try to smut my name to fuck you.
No.
And to kill me, a motherfucker behind you. I'm not gonna do this ghetto ass black people shit.
No. I don't want you
I'm
to
not
do
doing
nobody. You're not going to do that. But listen to this though. My OnlyFans is
your OnlyFans
private.
in your private. I don't want niggas to tell me about it. I don't want people to tell me about it.
My OnlyFans don't even got my private part on there because I don't want nobody to screenshot it. I'm not stupid. You know?
Yeah, man. I ain't fucking with her, man. Trump has a big announcement.
She broke it. They broke it together. But for purposes of this election, she broke it. Can't let her go. And I'm going to fix it, and I'm going to fix it very fast. And on the illegal, thank you very much. Thank you very much. On the illegal immigrants that will be taken out of the country, as you know, we're going to be taking them out. And if they come back, we have laws that will be immediately enacted where they serve 10 years in prison. They won't come back. And if that's not long enough, we'll have to do something else. But we don't want them back. They're not going to come back. And as you know, we're asking for the death penalty for any migrant who comes into our country and kills an American citizen or a police or law enforcement person. Because we have to protect our police. Our police are under siege also at numbers that nobody thought were possible. The worst they've ever seen. It's very hard to recruit. And really for not just the danger, it's hard to recruit because they don't have the spirit anymore for our country because they're being led with people that are spiritless. They really are spiritless. They can't instill spirit. But so that's any.
Why is this so much better than this? This makes you gain weight, lose sleep, and on top of all that, you feel...
Citizen, they get killed. It's a death penalty, and that includes police or law enforcement officers.
Get him out, Trump. Get him out. What is he doing?
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce.
Wait. Elon Musk, Vivek Ramaswamy to lead Trump's Department of Government Efficiency. Okay. Yo, they trying to line Jay-Z up next, man. They trying to line that nigga up next, man.
Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is at a dance party with Beyonce. Joe Biden is.
Nigga said, boo. This motherfucker in 20 million. Yo, how the hell you get $1 billion and you broke?
Beyonce. Joe Biden is asleep. Beyonce. 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 Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce. Dance party with Beyonce.
Yeah, they could probably play that shit in the club, man.
Dance party with Beyonce. 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 Party with Beyonce. 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 Joe Biden is asleep. Kamala is.
Fucking flubber. What did he do to his couch? Hold on, Linda, what's dude page? Zach what? A World's Fair. What the hell is that? Nah. You gotta be kidding me. Come on.
When Donald Trump announced J.D. Vance as his running mate, it wasn't long before a bizarre rumor involving a couch overshadowed the political news, trending even higher than the assassination attempt on Trump himself. During the Republican National Convention in early July, Donald Trump took to Truth Social to announce his running mate, writing, After lengthy deliberation and thought, and considering the tremendous talents of many others, I have decided that the person best suited to assume the position of Vice President of the United States is Senator J.D. Vance of the great state of Ohio. Since Vance received the official vice president nomination, numerous controversies surrounding the politician have popped back up, but none have gone as viral as the couch rumor, a false accusation that, according to Google Trends, was searched more than Trump's assassination attempt during the month of July. The rumor was allegedly started when ex-user at Rick Rude Scalps shared a tweet on July 15th, writing, "Can't say for sure, but he might be the first VP pick to have admitted in a New York Times bestseller to an inside-out latex glove shoved between two couch cushions," referring to Vance's 2016
Very creative.
book, Hillbilly Elegy. This tweet quickly went insanely viral, sparking a barrage of memes and reactions online. The Associated Press famously fact-checked the claims and ultimately found there was no talk of couch debauchery in Hillbilly Elegy, in an article titled, "No, J.D. Vance did not have with a couch."
Yo, these motherfuckers are something else, man. Come on, man.
Want to start a podcast but not sure how? Riverside has got you covered. First, go to...
Welcome back, Truth Seeker. November 12th, 2024, the Superior General's birthday. That's Arturo Sosa, known as the Black Pope, the leader of the Jesuits who served the Roman Catholic Church. And Trump's made more appointments on this day. He has appointed Elon Musk to his new government department of efficiency. And I just want to remind about the puppet Elon Musk and him now taking a federal position with the guy who hates electric cars, Donald Trump, who happens to be 78 years old. Remember, it was January 7th, 2021, the 78th anniversary of the death of Nikola Tesla, that Elon Musk was declared the world's richest man for the first time ever, surpassing Jeff Bezos, the other guy that makes dick rockets that supposedly fly into space. And the funny thing about it being the 78th anniversary of Tesla's death is that in Gematria, the Kabbalistic practice of coding numbers into words, Tesla equates to 78, as does Jesuit. And again, now we have this appointment on the Superior General's birthday. And don't forget, the Jesuits came out of suppression on the 7th of August, the 7th month of the 7th day of the 8th month. And that was in the time of James Madison and the major Jesuit ritual. That's a whole nother story. But yes, 78-year-old Trump now with Elon Musk. And going back in history, if you look into the death of Nikola Tesla, who did the audit of his apartment when he passed away? It was none other than Donald Trump's uncle, who worked in the FBI. And again, I'll remind people, in 2017, when YouTube really cleaned house and deleted a ton of people's channels, people who had never been deleted before, including yours truly, that mass exodus of channels happened June 28th, 2017, on Elon Musk's birthday. Think about that. What are the odds of these things? And that was shortly after Donald Trump said he would like to censor all of his critics. Of course, yours truly was definitely a Donald Trump critic, as I criticized both of the Republicans and the Democrats. Two parties, two wings of the same bird. But yeah, Elon Musk has also been saying, "I'm dark mega." Do the gematria on that phrase. It equates to 78, just like Tesla, just like Jesuit. And again, Trump, the top cards in the tarot deck are Trump cards. There's 78 cards in the deck. These numbers are not arbitrary. All of this stuff is such obvious ritual. And what's sad is so many people in the world are fooled by this puppet show. They think Elon Musk, this guy who's online, if you probably go on his Twitter account right now, he's probably playing video games. This guy supposedly runs a rocket company, a car company, a high-speed internet company, other companies, small home company, et cetera, but he has time to play video games at night. I mean, give me a break. Not to mention he's playing that devil video game that came out synced with the Superior General, as we talked about once upon a time. So yeah, what a puppet show. And I've been telling you forever, Elon Musk, Donald Trump, total Jesuit puppets. Don't forget what happened to Trump's ex-wife as she fell down the stairs and died 45 years after their marriage.
What?
His ex-wife, Ivana, but she also died again exactly 60 weeks into the first ever Jesuit Ignatian year, the same day he announced he'd run in this election, which was the 60th. But yeah, I mean, this to happen on the Superior General's birthday, just complete mockery. And if you need the date timestamp, there it is right there. November 12th, that is Arturo Sosa's birthday. And remember, Trump also appointed the head of the CIA today. We always talked about how the CIA was clearly established in a major Jesuit ritual. A lot of people call the CIA Catholics in action. The new head of the CIA went to Notre Dame, Catholic educated. But yeah, all these appointments on the Superior General's birthday, and the coincidence theorists will yet again think somehow, some way, this is nothing but coincidence. What are you talking about? You mean you like Kamala? Nope, that's not what I said, tards. I said both parties are owned by the Jesuit cabal, and this nation's one big illusion, one big lie, and essentially one big massive slave ship. That's why you're paying so much taxes as your money gets shipped off overseas by central bankers who control this nation and its puppet politicians and don't really give two shits about anybody that lives here. Remember, the Jesuits didn't start here, and if you knew...
And then they tell us to give up our rights and liberties. And they tell us to submit to a surveillance state. And they tell...
Janet! When's the last time you had a vegetable?
Yesterday.
Welcome back, Truth Seeker. It is November 12th, 2024. Today is the 76th birthday of Arturo Sosa, the leader of the Jesuit order. And as we've talked about 1,000 times, when you're aware of the Kabbalistic code the Jesuits operate by, it's plain to see that the CIA, the Central Intelligence Agency, was established September 18th, 1947, in a tribute to them. So go figure that today, Jesuit education... Welcome back, True Seeker. Diddy, a.k.a. Puff Daddy, has been arrested Monday, September 16th, 2024, 49 days before his birthday. And today's date numerology, 9 plus 16 plus 24, 49. Back when he started out his career, he was often referred to as Puff, which has the gematria of 49. But more importantly, he's been arrested by the feds, the federal government from Washington. And in gematria, Washington equates to 49, just like a...
Hold up.
Went on and on and on. The corrupt corporate media went on and on and on about kids in cages. You couldn't turn on the evening news without hearing kids in cages. What they didn't tell you is Barack Obama built those cages, and today under Joe Biden, the cages are bigger and they're more full than they were before. Mr. President, every Democrat who stood up and lamented kids in cages in the House of Representatives, Representative Ocasio-Cortez has a famous photo of her grasping her head by the kids in cages. Well, I'm going to give a simple challenge for Representative Ocasio-Cortez and for every Democrat in this body. Go see the Biden cages with your own eyes. I've seen them, the Donna tent facility with over 4,000 people, with little boys and little girls on top of each other. Just a couple of weeks ago when I was in the Rio Grande Valley, the rate of COVID positivity in the Biden cages was over 22%. And all the Democrats who talked about this, if they don't go, if they don't denounce the Biden cages, then they're telling you that they're hypocrites, that they didn't believe it when they said it, that they didn't care about it when they said it, that it was all politics. It wasn't about their kids. Why does Joe Biden refuse to go to the Rio Grande Valley? Because if he goes, the TV cameras will come with him. Why does Kamala Harris, who's supposed to be the border czar, she's supposed to be in charge of this, why won't she go to the Rio Grande Valley? Because if she went, the TV cameras would come and would show the Biden cages. And the Democrats are counting on the corrupt corporate media to suddenly say, nothing to see here. 15,000 Haitians under a bridge in Del Rio, nothing to see here. Anyone want to know what Joe Biden's favorite ice cream flavor is? That's the news. Never mind 1.2 million illegal immigrants. Never mind when I took 19 senators down to the border, we went out on the river and saw
So this clip that I'm about to show you is crazy. I think this is actually Ted Cruz recording this on his cell phone. But what happens is he's touring some border facilities, and you have a Biden official jump in to try to effectively stop Cruz from recording, and watch the back and forth.
Please respect. Please give dignity to the people. Please give dignity to the people.
So you work for the commissioner, your senior advisor. You were hired 2 weeks ago, and you're instructed to ask us to not have any pictures of the commissioner.
Please give dignity to...
And watch the back and forth.
Yo. This shit is crazy. God damn.
Please give dignity to the people. Please give dignity to the people.
So you work for the commissioner, your senior advisor. You were hired 2...
Where the beds? Ain't no fucking beds in there? Ain't no fucking beds in there? That shit worse. That's like if even in a holding pen in jail in the intake, they got little benches for motherfuckers to sit on.
2 weeks ago, and you're instructed to ask us to not have any pictures taken here.
Please respect the
because
people,
the political
rules.
leadership at DHS does not want the American people to know it.
Please respect the
You
rules,
keep
sir.
standing in front of the pictures, so
Please
you don't want the
respect the
pictures
rules.
taken. The rules are arbitrary, and
Please
they're
respect
designed
the
to
rules
keep
and
the
give
American
the
people in the dark.
dignity and respect. That's all we ask.
Well, no,
dignity
it's
and
not.
respect.
You're asking, is this
Please-
dignity and respect? Look at
Please
these people.
give
There's
dignity
a
and respect
pandemic.
to the people.
Let me
I
ask you. There's a
I
pandemic.
respectfully ask you, sir.
There is a pandemic. Is this
Full-hearted,
respecting the rights of
full-heartedly,
these
I
kids?
ask you. Please
Are you
respect
respecting the
people.
rights of these
This
kids?
is not a zoo, sir. Please don't treat the people.
You're right, and this is a
as such.
dangerous place.
Please don't treat the
And
people
your
like this.
policies,
That's all I ask
unfortunately,
for you,
are
sir.
trying to hide them. I understand
That's
you
all
were
I ask
instructed when 18
I ask
senators
you
came
to
down
please
here.
respect the people, give them dignity
I
and
respect
respect.
them, and I want to fix this situation.
We all
and
want to fix
the
it, sir. We
administration
don't
you're
want
working
this to
for
happen
is responsible for these conditions.
Please respect the people with dignity and respect.
And
sir.
I ask you to respect the people as well. This
I am
is not
respecting you.
respect.
I am respecting the
This
people.
is not respect.
damn. So
He said the
those
same shit.
people are jammed in there in a way that's certainly not okay, certainly above capacity, certainly even worse because it's a pandemic. That's a disaster in the making. I mean, it's already a disaster. But there's a lot to say about this. So first, let's focus on this Biden administration official. She says, please respect the dignity of the people. Please respect the rules. She keeps bringing up dignity and respect. She says, this is not a zoo. And yeah, I mean, the response to that is like, so why are you treating it like a zoo? Why are you not treating them with dignity and respect as you're talking about dignity and respect? Why are you not respecting the rules? Because again, the rules are to have way fewer people than that in there. You know, so this hall monitor reaction, when obviously the issue, the egregious issue is not that it's being recorded. The egregious issue is that it's happening. But she was told by the higher-ups, don't let any of them take video or pictures or whatever, and thankfully they did. So it's just, that's a gross video all around. Now the other, and by the way, that woman strikes me as the type of person who during the Trump administration would be railing against kids in cages. And now you have kids in cages, and she's playing cover-up for the kids in cages because Biden's president. Anyway, now that gets me to Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz, just like we covered the video the other day, the Sean Hannity segment on this, Ted Cruz suddenly, you know, his heart bleeds for kids in cages at the border. When under the Trump administration, the response was like, hey, Snowflake, get over it. If you don't want to be a kid in a cage, don't come here illegally. So, I mean, I know that this point is tired, but it's also just the most blatant and obvious example I've ever seen, which is why I keep making the point, which is the hypocrisy is stunning to me. It's stunning. Because nobody is telling you what they actually believe, what they think, what the solutions are, what the long-term issues are, what the short-term issues are. Nobody's talking about that at all on the Democratic side or the Republican side. Everybody is just playing
with the
tribal
mask, right?
political football.
It did look like her.
And so now the Republicans think they could score points by going, oh my God, the border, the border, the border. So now they're suddenly have broken hearts for kids in cages. And the Democrats, who were screaming about it under Trump, are now like, so, I mean, but what had happened was, and the thing was, is that we was trying to fix it with Craig and them down by the Safeway, but we don't even know what was going to happen. So, yeah, I mean, listen, all I could do in these segments is show you what's happening, give you the response from the Republicans, the response from the Democrats. They're both colossal hypocrites, and tell you my own opinion, which is, again, you have to get to the root of the problem. And the root of the...
Senator Coons, Senator Cruz.
Secretary Mayorkas, you testified several times that our immigration system is, quote, funding the Biden cages, this facility. Yes or no?
The vice president was at the border.
Has she been down to see this facility? I know she went to El Paso. Has she seen the Biden cages?
They are not cages. And
what are these walls?
What the fuck you calling that, bro?
Has Kamala Harris seen them? Yes or no?
Senator,
it's a simple question. Yes or no? We don't need a paragraph.
She was the one that was arguing with old boy. She was the one that was arguing with the guy about the asylum seekers. She was arguing with the new czar.
Yes or no? Has Kamala Harris been down to see these detention facilities?
She has not been down.
Okay. Has any Democratic senator on this committee been down to see the Biden cages?
I will once again disagree with your use of terminology.
These facilities, has any Democratic member of this committee given a damn enough to see the children being locked up by Joe Biden and Kamala Harris because of your failed immigration policies?
Senator, I cannot speak to the members of this committee.
You don't know if any Democrats have been down there?
I believe Democrats have been down
to see this facility, yes or no?
On a facility. Whether they are members of this committee, I do not know. And
all right, let me ask you a different question then.
That what we do,
how many women have been sexually assaulted being trafficked into this country in 2021?
The richest person in the world, you started 3 of the biggest companies in history.
Let's start a worry.
You went from being golden boy.
Senator, I have no ability to determine how many.
Okay, you don't know, so you didn't try to find out?
Have been sexually assaulted in Mexico along the migratory.
All right, how about this? How many children have been sexually assaulted by traffickers or other people when they were coming in illegally?
I do not have that data.
Okay, so you don't know that either.
Let me ask you this. How many illegal immigrants have you released into the United States
Oh, man.
who were COVID positive?
Senator, it is our policy to test individuals.
I didn't ask your policy. How many illegal aliens have you released who are COVID positive?
Well, let me.
You might as well tell him, dude, because he got this shit sitting right in front of him, man. Like, yo, he got this shit sitting right in front of him. That's why he asking you, man. That's exactly why he asking. Just tell a nigga, man. You're like about 2 million.
Let me just say, when they are released, they are placed in immigration.
How many have you released that were COVID positive?
I will have to get that number.
Okay, you don't have that answer either. All right, let's try this. How many illegal aliens have you released who had criminal convictions?
Who have criminal convictions in Mexico? In the
criminal convictions in whatever jurisdiction?
Those individuals, if they pose a public safety threat.
How many individuals with criminal convictions have you released?
Senator.
This fucking lying ass nigga, man. He got you. He got you, dog. He got you by the balls.
It's not what you know, it's what you can prove.
He fucking got him, kid. You can't. What you gonna say?
I do not have that.
Okay, let's specify it more narrowly. How many murderers have you released?
I'm not aware of any murderers whom.
How many rapists have you released?
I'm not aware of any rapists whom.
How many child molesters have you released?
I am not aware of any child molesters whom we have released into the United States, and I should say that
senior Customs and Border Patrol leadership have told me that your agency is slow walking and refusing to comply with the order from the federal court to return to the Remain in Mexico policy. What would you say to the judge if the judge was asking why you should not be held in contempt and incarcerated for defying the federal court?
Oh, this nigga talking that jail talk. Chill. Chill. He's talking to jail talk, me. You don't want to go to jail, Pop.
It is because we are implementing the court's order in good faith. We are working with Mexico. It requires a bilateral relationship and an agreement. And I should also add.
Have you or anyone on your staff expressed to Mexico to resist going back to this agreement?
No. And I should also indicate to you, Senator, that Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE, under the sex offenders operation known as SOAR, apprehended 495 individuals between June 4th and September 1st who committed sex offenses, and we're very focused on public safety.
Thank you, Senator Cruz. Senator Hirono.
Don't be like Henry, who still washes himself with dirty loofahs and raggy towels.
Man. Oh my God. Wow. Yo, this shit is crazy. Yeah, we don't even be knowing what the fuck be going on. A lot of shit be going on, man. What the hell? This for the election?
Get away!
Don't touch
Police!
me. Don't touch
Yeah,
me.
call the police. Call the police.
You going to jail. You're going to jail. Get off! It's not yours, certainly. You're way too old to be here. Get off my campus.
Let go of my sign.
I have a right to be here.
You have no right to attack us.
Pink shirt. And tell them what I did. What I do, huh?
She's talking to the phone right now.
Yeah, what I do.
You attacked us. She attacked us.
I attacked y'all. Really, you
attacked
brought
us.
on camera, so go ahead and show.
That's an assault.
Go show the police.
Calm down.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Where's the police at? Hi, sir. Here I am. I didn't really do nothing.
You're a demon.
Where she ripped the banner off the pole there. She spray painted several signs, destroyed them. She got some spray paint on my hand, several other people.
Show the hand.
Yeah.
Mr. John, I also got hit too. Looks like she got my suit.
Well, we didn't over.
She got my hand.
It's on your hand.
I came over here.
How you guys doing?
Doing well. How are you?
Okay, I'm Officer Byfield. You guys have been reported right now. So tell me what happened. What do you guys? want to do?
To be restituted for the property damage, mostly.
Okay.
So.
By her?
Yeah.
I doubt if she'll do that, but I'll ask. All right, she said she's not going to pay for the sign. You guys could take it to court, civil court, if you choose to. You don't have the right to spray paint. And I told her that. I said, you don't have the right to do that. That is wrong.
Well, thank you for coming out and
no problem.
responding.
No problem.
Appreciate
Any questions?
No.
All right.
Thank you.
Any questions?
It's just interesting to watch the left become everything they said they were against. They're not very tolerant of other people's opinion, and ironically, they're becoming more and more violent. And the funniest part about that is if the right started to reciprocate the same level of violence, I don't think the left would stand a chance.
Chitty, chitty, bang, bang, nigga.
Her mom and dad.
This guy has blood on his hands. He wants to kill people.
Listen to him.
Don't listen to him.
I love people.
He's taking people's number down and trying to get them arrested for getting health care.
I deny those allegations. So I'm just here to support life. Life was hard for me, single mother, but the hard times made me a more empathetic person. And I love all these people out here. I pray to Jesus that their hearts and minds change.
Yeah, this motherfucker's nuts. Nah, that Brad is fucking nuts, kid. Oh, he got it down.
Today.
You should spray for a fucking skincare.
Damn.
I know. My dad has dermat.
Stupid fucking ginger.
What the hell?
Okay, so you're a one-man band over here.
Are you tired of watching your beloved pet scratch incessantly? Frustrated by flea treatments that promise the world but deliver?
Product question?
No.
First of all,
my name is John, and I have a question for Steven. It's the really only question that should be asked at an event like this, and this is gonna seem like a troll, but it's not. I just can't believe that it's true, so correct me if it's not, that you sat in a room or a corner of a room, very much like the one you're sitting in now, and just watched many other men plow the ever-living fuck out of your wife.
From the buck, little getting dug out, raw.
I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't never agreed with hitting a woman.
Yo. That's for those who don't know. That Steph is cold. That motherfucker funny as hell, man.
From the buck, little getting dug out, raw.
I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't never agreed with hitting a woman, but if any of you petty hoes ever try anything funky with my old lady, you better be expecting this right hand. Because she is mine, I am hers, and we protect one another. Just as long as y'all know that I'm coming, y'all can do whatever the fuck y'all want to.
Y'all heard the man. If any of these crazy people that lost the election try to attack my wife, either she winning or we winning.
Some of them going to sleep. Fuck God!
Unpopular opinion. This is the reason why women couldn't vote for so long. This is the reason why.
Oh,
like
shit.
Right now, what are we seeing? A division between men and women where men are saying,
oh, shit. I fucking told y'all.
we're the leaders and we're saying this is the right way to go. And women are like, you're wrong. We're going to go this way. Why? Because of emotion. There's no logic, Steve. I have not talked to one female Kamala supporter that has any logical explanation for why they're voting for her.
Because they don't even know her.
Completely agree.
They don't even know her. They're just all their what they do know, they know Trump.
Yeah.
And they know what they've been told, which is 90% of it's lies. So that's all they know. They don't even know her.
That's not ridiculous. That's not ridiculous to say that.
Oh, you're not satisfied, motherfucker. Get the fuck out of here. No one wants you here.
Oh, appreciate your love, man.
Oh, I don't love you because you're spewing hate.
Okay. Are you spewing hate right now?
I absolutely am because I
There you
get
go.
what
You're
I
a hypocrite.
receive.
You're a hypocrite.
I get what I receive.
Yeah, just because I disagree with you don't mean I hate you, but I understand why so many people on the left are cutting their families off because they've been conditioned to believe that if you disagree with them, you hate them.
That's weird.
President Donald Trump's coming back and he's promising to end all foreign wars. You pumped?
No.
You like wars.
I Donald Trump.
But he's gonna end wars.
I'm sorry, I have to go. Go home to mommy. Go home to mommy.
I think we have to consider the fetus could have bad vibes.
What?
Man, hell no.
And at 9 months, if it's got bad vibes, we have to allow that.
I don't think you can murder people for bad vibes.
How do you feel overall about the presidential election?
I don't give a fuck.
Damn.
Why?
Because I don't.
It don't affect you?
No. Because I'm going to get mine. Regardless
but-
of Trump Obama, whoever. They ain't giving me nothing.
Facts, my brothers and sisters, win, lose, or draw. If you believe that the president of the United States has more of a say in the outcomes of your life than you do, then you need to go and grow the fuck up. You ain't even the main character in your own movie. Now, everybody got an opinion on who can make that job a little bit easier, but you still have the greatest impact on your outcome.
A bunch of lefty whinging woke whiners.
If you're unhappy with the US election outcome, you're in luck. You can now go on a cruise. You can cruise off to the sunset and return in time for the next one. The 4-year-long cruise package named Skip Forward is pitched as a solution to escape Trump's presidency.
I tell you what, if I had a choice between living in America under Donald Trump and being locked for 4 years on a cruise ship with a bunch of lefty whinging woke whiners.
Want to try Ozempic?
So this is those who don't like the fact that Harris lost. I'll live in America every day of the week. You can go on the cruise.
Can we just be clear that the lefty, whingy, wokey whiners or whatever you said?
Yes, they're all on that boat.
They're not getting on the boat. They're all your peers. Yeah. They're all going to be like the... Yeah, it'll be... Have you been on a cruise ship?
I have.
Yeah.
Not with a bunch of lefty, whingy whiners who don't like Kamala Harris losing.
They're your peers. That's who we're talking about.
I won't be there.
He's very specifically targeting a certain group.
I didn't know.
Are we
the
going to
group
have another...
that I just described to you.
Exactly what I'm saying, but we're not going to have another 4 years of hyperventilating over every misstep and word and tweet that Donald Trump says, are we?
That's got to be racist. There's no way.
I just want to let you know that that's very fucking cringe.
That's not one guy! He's not one! No! He's live streaming this! Oh my god! No! No! No, 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 no! I know you! I'm so good! Oh my god!
See you on TikTok.
Yeah!
Gotcha. Gotcha.
So you just went for all red for Donald?
Well, I mean Kamala, but...
Yeah, you're making good fun of him right now. I'm trying not to laugh because I get choked.
Are you Kamala or Trump, be honest?
Kamala.
See, you're laughing. I like that.
Can I get 10 on 7?
I'm gonna pay for it, too.
Oh, you really are?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Come on, I'm trying to bring us together, you know? There's too much beef in the streets, Kamala versus Trump, you know what I'm saying? What'd you say?
Can I get a picture?
Oh, yeah, of course. Hey!
So he's for Trump. This is, Tawana for Kamala, but we all here sharing our differences.
Yes, we are. Trump 2024, but this way, say Kamala.
Kamala.
Kamala?
I can't even say her name. Is this gonna be a reality show?
Yeah, Channel 4.
Oh my, I'm gonna be on Channel 4.
Yeah,
and
you
I do
are.
not have any makeup.
Oh, man. I don't know what y'all think, man. I think she might be down DTF, man. They know left-wing media Trump. What do you think is gonna happen? Man, 4B, that shit ain't happening. That 4B shit is... Listen, there are so many women. They said this 4B movement shit 6 months ago, right? And all of a sudden, it just disappeared. They was angry. They said, we're going to do the 4B movement like Korea. They ain't do a goddamn thing. Motherfuckers' body count went up and everything. Man, they ain't putting no dick down. You crazy. The ones who putting the dick down wasn't getting dick. So, hell no.
Hey, you look amazing.
Oh, dang.
Exactly. We don't hate each other. This is the 99%. Don't let the media split us up and convince us that we hate each other. And I'll say this too. Now that Donald Trump is in office, don't be a Republican. Be an American. Hold him to the same standard you hold Joe Biden to.
Kamala Harris. The other video said I was going to vote for Donald Trump. And I just wanted to see the mixed reactions from people and how people would react. Because I do a lot of work from my hometown, do a lot of work from my community. I work with young boys. And I never said who I was voting for. But I made those two videos because I wanted to show people how they are in reality. I made the Donald Trump video and I made the Kamala Harris video. Under the Kamala Harris video, you definitely had some Trump supporters like, well, we understand that you may have a different opinion or whatever, but we still support what you do. Maybe you'll wake up one day, et cetera, et cetera. You know, things like that. It wasn't nothing vile, wasn't no bad comments or nothing. I made the Donald Trump video.
Now, look, we got to keep it a buck. We got to keep it 100. that first election with Trump, the first election, man, Trump supporters were different. The first election of Trump, them Trump supporters they was out of pocket, man. They was out of pocket. It was a little crazy. This one, I guess maybe because it has a more mixed demographic of people. But when Trump first ran, man, shit. The motherfuckers was talking spicy and all that. Now it's the fucking Democrats.
I got people that unfollowed me. I got people saying they can't support nothing I do no more. I got folk calling me all types of names, et cetera, et cetera. But what's crazy is all of the Kamala Harris supporters have become what they accuse Trump supporters of being. When you say you support Donald Trump, y'all be ready to kill him. Y'all ready to burn him at the stake. You calling them all types of names. You unfollowing them. You don't care what they're doing for their community. Nothing. If you support Trump, F you, I hate you so much, et cetera, et cetera. But all the people under the post, all the Trump supporters, when I said I was going to vote for Kamala, it was all love anyway. They was like, well, we still support what you're doing. We still going to donate.
Love.
We still love the work, even though you don't have to support Donald Trump, et cetera, et cetera. So I've only received hate from the people that call themselves the tolerant side, the side that's supposed to be about love. The side.
Shit. So there was a girl who got off real easy after shooting her boyfriend, right? I'm gonna show that one in a little bit. I want to see what's going on with this little pretty little filly here.
By the summer of 2023.
It's about time your air fryer did more than just one thing. More than just an air fryer. The wonder of it.
By the summer of 2023, mother of two and positivity coach April Holt had a following of over 200,000 on TikTok. April built her quirky and optimistic online image around her happy home life. Her post told the story of overcoming adversity and manifesting great things.
But yeah, keep growing, y'all. Keep manifesting and have a great day on purpose.
In late July, April was found unresponsive in the bathroom of her home. She would die days later. While law enforcement was content to categorize the case as a tragedy of April's own choosing, the 29-year-old's mother knew better. This is the story of a mother's unflinching fight for justice.
Oh, she was a mixed baby.
Hi there, I'm Kevin, and welcome to Just Thought Lounge. Today's case takes us to the outskirts of Nashville, Tennessee, where a young mother, entrepreneur, and influencer met a questionable end.
I like this room right here. Oh man, this is nice.
Let's take a look. Celebrated her 29th birthday in early July 2023. The young entrepreneur from Antioch had already accomplished quite a bit in life. Her own
9th birthday to me. I am blessed to experience another year of life. I have lived through 10,585 days.
As April reflected on her greatest achievements, she was most grateful for family, particularly her two children, 11-year-old Serenity and her 7-year-old son, Denzel. April was an engaged, loving mother. She shared the best of her family life with the world through her TikTok account. She focused on positivity videos, presenting a spiritual life and coaching her over 200,000 followers on the value of manifesting the life you want. Her videos were at times motivating.
I just pray and send good energy to anybody who's seeing this. I hope you have an amazing day on purpose, be intentional, and grow just a little bit. Progress over perfection.
Sometimes they were goofy.
You give my life color, give my life color. You give my life color.
Over the years, a few of April's posts also became deeply honest and revealing. April's homeschooling as a child was a particularly sore point. She posted about what she described as her isolation from society. This was an experience she learned from and overcame in her teenage years. April and her husband, 33-year-old Donovan Holt, lived the ups and downs of their marriage online. They shared their origin story, friends that became best friends, that became lovers, and eventually husband and wife, and parents to daughter Serenity.
Damn. We already know. This way I found it. All right.
No, that's not a thing.
Well, you disappearing all that lying ass thing shit and go get mad because I react.
He don't live here. He don't pay no bills. His name not on the lease. He don't have no mail. There's nothing here that's his
I do got
besides
mail.
a trash bag full of clothes that he got from DeKalb County Jail. He can take that and he can go. And he can put my daughter in the house if she get colic, because I'm going to have to deal with that.
Man, you're not touching my daughter, so shut your fucking
No,
mouth.
that's they don't touch my daughter. You can
touching
put
my
my daughter
daughter.
in the house though.
Nah.
Your name not on the birth certificate,
Nah.
so therefore it's not your daughter. It's mine.
You ain't got no names on your birth certificate.
It is. I do. Let me go get it. Because
Watch out, bro.
you my daughter. I don't want my baby out here. The wind is blowing. She don't have a head on.
Just give her the baby.
So here the deal, right? Shorty is a stripper. She got off at 6 in the morning. She ain't coming to crib till about 10:30 a.m. Guy claims she was drunk. She don't got no real talent. She don't got no job. The only thing she got is a body. He don't got no real talent. He don't got no job. He just got out of jail. That is a horrible fucking combination, right? They hurl all kinds of insults at each other. When she goes to court, they're saying they're using the thing that she was in fear of her life and blah 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 blah. So we're gonna look and see, does this look like a person that's in fear of their life?
Yeah, we're gonna bring him back inside. I'm gonna get the birth certificate. He's not on it. At this point, it's not his baby.
You can't do that.
And if y'all want to do a DNA test to identify that.
Nah, this thing, no, we ain't going that far.
You get drunk?
You allowed it.
You forgot where you went 3 hours?
I want you to look at my daughter's diaper. I'm dad's dad.
Nah, nigga, I was changing her diaper.
Where your other kids?
I was changing her diaper.
Where your other kids?
With their mama.
With their mom? Hey, we don't talk to them.
We not here to listen to y'all.
Yo, like, how the fuck do you end up with somebody like this, yo? I don't get, like, how does this, like, how the fuck do they become a couple? You know what I mean?
I'll go back and forth. No problem.
I'm trying to
I was
tell
in
you.
the
My
middle-
kids here though.
I
My
was
kids
in the
here
middle
though. I
changing.
see my kids every day.
It's
You
all
don't
right.
see none of yours.
That's
You ain't
cool.
gonna see her after this today.
For what? Because you with that?
No.
You got mad 'cause you disappeared?
And I'm cool. That's why. Because you broke. And that's what you got on trying to.
You-
I didn't know.
She talking about his sweatsuit. She calling him broke. You know,
Hey, stop. Because at this point, you're antagonizing. You stop.
I'm
Stop.
not. He has my daughter out here. Don't let me have my daughter out here.
You're not listening to nothing that's being said. You're not listening to nothing that's being said.
So when I shoot him, after I done called the cops and did everything I was supposed to do.
Just make sure you can articulate
I can.
what's going on.
I can. I'm showing you.
You better really be able to articulate that.
I can. This is my household. He have no residency, nothing.
Make sure you read up on it and make sure you can articulate when it comes to
I've done that.
divorce.
I did that before I got my license.
Okay.
so she just told the cops. Yeah. That aura, that spirit they got around them. When they see another one, them spirits recognize each other and they like, oh, you fucked up like me. What's going on? You want to hang out? And they like, yeah, we could fucking hang out. Like, she just told the cops that she was going to shoot this nigga. And that she read all of the rules and regulations and prior to her buying a gun. But you just told her, you, and the cops left. They left.
Come here, man.
Everything first, bro.
Hurry up,
Did she
hurry up.
shoot you? Yeah, before I die.
All right, lay down. Sit down here. Where's it at?
On November 27, 2022, at 10:02 a.m., DeKalb County Police received a call from 30-year-old Quanisha Johnson. She told dispatchers she needed an escort home because she was afraid of her boyfriend, DeMonte Smith. She explained that
She ain't sound shit like she was afraid to me. She was popping that shit. You broke. She got a gun. She hit him in the head with a tire iron and then shot him.
she had been out celebrating a friend's birthday, her first night out since giving birth 2 months earlier. When she checked her phone that morning, she found threatening messages from DeMonte, who had been watching her 3 children overnight. She told them that her fear wasn't unfounded. Just 2 weeks earlier, during a heated argument, DeMonte had caught her off guard, grabbed her, and forcefully slammed her to the ground. She hadn't reported that assault to police, but now, with DeMonte sending threatening messages and even making similar threats over the phone, Quanisha wasn't taking any chances.
Probably did panic alarm. Let her know that's not a thing.
You live here?
I do. This is my house. He's taking us to, I don't know where he's in an exit. He's in a window. He was just waiting on the step now to do whatever the fuck he felt like he wanted to do. My daughters are in here though.
He's in there too?
Yeah. I'm gonna show you honey. Look.
Hold on.
You heard him at the door?
Is he opening the door?
I can show you if he's at the door. I got a gun right here. I'm licensed.
Okay. Does he have any weapons?
No.
Just for our safety, just put the weapon inside the car for me. Thank you.
Upon arriving at the scene, Quanisha disclosed to officers that she was a licensed gun owner and had her weapon with her. Following standard safety protocol, the officer instructed her to secure the firearm in her truck before they approached the house to speak with DeMonte. This decision to have Quanisha temporarily surrender her weapon would later become a contentious issue during her trial.
I had him to beat the shit out of me. A couple weekends prior to this, my last time going to work, I worked at the hours. So my last time coming in here, he physically took me from the door and slapped me on my face.
You reported it?
I didn't report it. I was just talking. Yeah, I was just talking to the other cops that was supposed to be out here. I was talking to her. She was a female. I was telling her I should have had, but I was trying to give him the benefit of the doubt, being Zoe's on probation.
But this is your house and you want to go inside?
This is my house.
And does he live here?
No, my name is gonna leave.
No, but does he live here though?
No, he stays here. He doesn't.
Lease. Okay, so she's renting. When she kept saying this is my house, I thought she, had a mortgage on that shit. All right, so that's
what I mean is
he staying here?
Where's his residence?
In Jonesboro. I don't know. He has a residence though.
What's interesting to note here is that Quanisha tells officers she's just getting home from work. This directly contradicts the official narrative that she was out clubbing. All media reports and official press releases that I've read state that she was partying with friends. But as we'll see later in this footage, her alleged occupation was a contentious point between her and DeMonte, suggesting there might be more to this discrepancy than initially appears.
DeMonte! You mind coming out here and talk to us, see what's going on?
She got off in the seat.
Yeah.
She disappeared for 3 hours like I'm mad. I'm at home watching her kids and my kid. She disappeared for 3 hours.
She say anything, did you say anything that will cause her to call us?
What would you do if your girl go to work and then disappear with 3 hours and you at home with her kids and your kid? I'ma snap. I snap.
Please ask him to put my baby back so she get college.
It's my baby too.
She's a newborn.
So drunk ass
ask him to put her back in the house.
Drunk out ass.
Hold on, let us talk to him for a second.
I don't know how the fuck they do it, man. I don't know how the fuck you do it, man. Yo, peoples, I'm about to go to motherfucking bed. I enjoyed you coming out, spending some time with me. Miss Sweeney, Linda, all of the regulars, man. I appreciate y'all. Go on there, get you some good old sleep. Be safe tomorrow. All right. And I'm gonna holler at y'all probably tomorrow too. All right. Have a good night, y'all. Peace.